know which monkey I'm supposed to be.
Oh, we're supposed to be monkeys?
Oh, there it is.
What?
I'm the monkey that is just sitting here having a good time.
Sorry, what?
I'm the bat monkey.
What? Oh, what?
I am the terror that flaps in the night.
I heard something else.
Yeah, I know you did. So you're gonna make fun of me for getting mushrooms confused with some other stuff.
There is nothing wrong with terrors and what they do in their own business.
Hey guys, welcome to the finale of Eat, Pray, Kill. I am happy to be here.
Thank you for tuning in. This is Eat, Pray, Kill. This is our Kill 6 Billion Demons RPG, and you've wandered into GeekSpace. GeekSpace is a non-profit online broadcasting studio based in Seattle, dedicated to increasing visibility and representation of minorities on and off camera by creating an inclusive safe space to geek out, hang out. Yeah, I don't ever know what to say after I've done that spiel, and I'm going to look at this announcement
What's
sheet.
your name?
And yeah, I will actually introduce everybody like that one time that I did. God, guys.
And then we were like, we'll do it before break, and we've all forgotten.
We did forget. Yeah, we're so good at this. God, we're so good at this.
We've only been doing this for like forever. A year now.
So this is our season finale. We're going to be taking a break for about 2-3 weeks. But you will still have Aloft and Leviathan at the usual time at 7 p.m. Pacific on Mondays for Aloft and Wednesdays for Leviathan. Aloft is our post-atomic romance RPG? Post-atomic romance with airships.
Yes.
You're not dating the airship, but you could.
I mean,
I love that the sheet is on camera right now.
Yeah.
So the weather.
It's outside.
It's outside. It's a very lovely outside weather outside. And we have Leviathan, which is our space opera shipping RPG. It's great. It's on Wednesdays. Other notes, Saturday 18th, expect a party. It's our 1-year anniversary of streaming. So more info coming soon. Follow us on Twitter or on Discord. You'll get lots of news and also hang out with everybody who's here. It's going to be great. Lovely people. Such lovely humans. Lovely people like, who's this? Who are you?
Hi, I'm Drunkly Romantic. You can follow me on Twitter at Drunkly Romantic. You can also follow me on Twitch at Drunkly Romantic. And if you're interested, I'd recommend doing it. Today, for your viewing pleasure, I'm playing a character named Strawberry, a blue demon, pretty small, very cute. You can see the image drawn by Steph. I was trying to... I'm just, it's great. I love RPGs, and I love playing my little blue baby. And I got a friend named Bumpy.
Bumpy, oh God.
I got a cute friend named Bumpy. I'm sorry, I'm hearing something happen. Am I hearing audio? No. I'm playing, I have a bumpy new friend that I'm enjoying. It's going to be great. The lizard/frog beast that I befriended when I was supposed to murder it.
No, we're not all sleep deprived, in case you were wondering.
Hey guys, I'd like to introduce you. No. A man who needs no introduction. AJ.
hi everyone, my name is Algernon Bolden. You can catch me at Algernon Bolden at Twitter. I don't have a Twitch channel, but you can catch me on Twitch when I'm chatting with y'all as Flowers for Algernon. I am a dev over at Hairbrain Schemes, so we make games such as Shadowrun Returns, Dragonfall, Hong Kong, Necropolis, and now we're currently doing Battletech, so check us out. We have a bunch of cool stuff. And for you today, I am playing Prey the Lion, who's revealed to be the human of the group. They are the fated, bound to fate and yet control at the same time. It's really kind of complicated because they weren't always prey. In fact, they stole the destiny of another person, bound them into a sword, and had really bad issues, only to get their memories erased by a demon, get their memories restored, thus fracturing said demon, turning her into a monster, sacrificing himself for the greater good of the group, and leaving them with issues. And I even started talking about Jackal or anything. This is really confusing. Why do you let me do this?
Because you're diva and I can't rein you in. I think those are your words.
Glad you understand.
I mean, I took notes. It's written in here somewhere, so it's important. It's a note.
Yes. Hello, my name is... every week I'm like, I have to say something.
I love it because every week you start off with, yes. I need a supercut of you just going, yes, 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 yes.
Well, it's usually me confirming to myself that I know how to speak. Because every time it's coming to me, I'm like, do I actually know how to control my vocal cords? I'm not sure if this is a thing. And then I'm like, yes, okay, I do know how to do that. Anyway, I'm not actually even joking. My name is Aria. You can find me on Twitter at Genki Soda. I tweet about things. It's great. You should follow me. Lots of jokes. I am very sleep deprived today. I didn't sleep last night. Partially because I'm very excited because I'm getting married next weekend, and it's very good. And on this show, I play Lotus, and she is a tiny blue demon who just wants to eat everything and have friends and also lecture people and then do whatever she wants, even if it's literally against what she just lectured. But she has a good explanation. If you have the time to listen to it, she'll make you understand why what she did is actually in line with what she was saying.
This is when I wish I had a mind of greater than 0.
I have a mind of +3. I'm really good at bullshitting.
And casting those fire spells.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Kate, Army of Meat on Twitter. Follow me for, what am I talking about this week? Discourse about RPGs and
That was a good one.
J-pop videos, and I think probably sarcophagus juice. I mean,
Yeah.
still not off that.
Slurp it.
Just like, so just on it? Just
Yeah,
on it all the time?
I'm on that sarcophagus.
24/7.
Sarcophagus?
I mean,
yeah.
wasting away is the ultimate diet.
Sarcophagushers. Like gushers, but with sarcophagus juice inside of it.
So gross.
Do it.
Are they shaped like
Get-
little sarcophagus too?
Yes. We're going to get a Hotel Transylvania sponsorship. My brain's dead. That's all I got. I had sarcophagushers. I'm done for the night. Bye.
Sarcophagus.
I'm playing Elif. She's the boss, a sort of sentient fungus person who is the head of a large family of very lonely people that just want to hang out with each other all the time. We were on the run from a horrible angel with flamethrower hands and stuff, but these lovely people killed it for us. Mostly that lovely person.
Epic sword.
It
supposed
was.
to
You
be-
should definitely check out that fan art.
Such a long fight, and then Prey rolled boxcars. So it was like,
First
well,
ever boxcar, though.
I
That's
know, like,
yeah. So it was like, okay.
can confirm. Critical success feels way better than the critical failure feels bad. Because I've been on the other end of it. Like, you feel really bad if you mess up, but feeling amazing, it's just like erases all that.
That's why I've warned the GM tonight that I plan on rolling nothing but boxcars. So
That's
like,
fine.
Like, that's what's happening on that.
Last episode, you you befriended a trash toad, which I've described now as a lizard Kirby, because she just eats things, sucks them up,
Even
and runs
better.
away with a big tummy full of a person trying to get out.
What was the
Lizard
old name of it?
You had Kirby.
Huh?
too?
What was the old name
We don't
of
talk
it?
about it.
We don't talk about it because it's not good for the
But
internet.
it does do something that Kirby
Not
is
really good for the
known
internet.
for.
I'm going to introduce myself too, because last time I once forgot. I'm Steph. I'm GMing this show. You can find me at Sourfruit Junkie on Twitch and Twitter, where I am a coffee wizard and I do art. And you can follow me on Patreon. It's great. I usually retweet cool stuff and monsters and maybe rant about feelings. Sometimes. Usually they're really angry. The ones that make it past the edit of like the, should I delete this or not? Which a lot of them do, so that I don't have to like just push anger out all the time.
I do like finding your random monster doodles around or finding random birds on things that
Oh
you've drawn.
yeah,
It's my
yeah, I
favorite,
have. I've
it's my
left birds
favorite
on
thing about being
everything.
friends
That's
with
what I
Steph.
wind up doing. Little craws everywhere. So talk about table safety. We play the X card here. It's made up by John Stravopoulos, and at any point in the game, if something becomes triggering or a no-go zone, you tap the X card, and we meta. It's gone. We don't go back. We don't talk about it. Everything's handled in decompression between the players, and the GM. Our other tool is the OK check-in, where you check in right at your chest with the OK sign, and usually making eye contact. And the responses are thumbs up, or thumbs down. And anything that is not thumbs up means do not continue. We're gonna work around this and not address that at the moment. These help a lot when we're you know, in really heated moments of like, wait, can we actually do this?
When you're feeling
Feelings. Okay, I have to recap because I also have to remember what happened.
You have to sing it though.
No, I only know one beat and one tone, and it's gonna be very, very boring.
Last time
I'm not-
on Eat, Pray, Kill, Eat, Pray, Kill. Last
do we
time
release-
on Eat, Pray, Kill.
Oh my God.
Pray, Kill. There used to be a burning angel that was chasing left. Until Prey stabbed him right in the center of his chest. Lotus. That's all I have. Okay. Sorry, Steph, you should do this thing before I don't stop talking.
It's great when you do. It's like the most amazing things have just come out of your mouth tonight. It's great.
A lot of great things come. And
Yep.
Just gonna roll boxcars on my
So
conversation.
our heroes arrived at the foundry of Yasun, is what we're calling it, underneath Throne, and this is old ruin, or so it seemed at first. And when they started stepping through and going through, they started seeing these visions and these ghosts, figments of the past that once existed here before the separation of the gods, before the great exodus of Throne. And they found themselves wandering. Aleph mysteriously vanished through a doorway, which I realize now, making weird things happen in front of doors is not the best thing for your RPG players to deal with because doors are terrifying. But it's okay. They eventually walk through it.
To our credit, we only spent like 5 or 10 minutes on it. I've seen entire episodes at
You
the
fell
door.
off a building, or you fell off a column. I just went in.
Yeah.
And I met a friend.
I met a friend, and Strawberry met a trash toad and befriended it instead of punching it when it tried to swallow him whole, named Bumpy. Which is really good. It was great. It was lovely.
It's because when you
Very
touch him,
lovely.
it's bumpy.
This is scaly friend.
Yeah.
Once that threat was removed and tamed, the party made it in and began wandering and began seeing visions of ghosts. And you guys met a malicious spirit, which was like I went right at the mist.
Clown.
Like, yeah, I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah. No, don't.
It's
No,
okay.
I don't
It's
have him. Clown's gone.
Good. There was a lot of visions and ghosts running around, and through some punching of the spirits, they made their way through the vision and found themselves in a maze. There they kind of faced their fears and found truth, perhaps, about the place that they're exploring and what sort of happened there. They found that the Desians had found a way or had seen either the future and known of the coming of the Seven, and found a way to give Throne a second chance. After confronting each individual fear, perhaps, for each other, they made it through and they came face to face with Undamu, like a mash. I don't know what the word it is. Like he's just a compressed form of what is left of this god.
A smushy
god.
smushy god.
Shmush mix.
I like the fact that a smushy god still is like towering over us.
Yeah,
though.
that was really cool. I was like, yes. They came face to face with Undamu, and they were gifted one part of the key that they had that Lotus was still holding on to, and one of the rings lit up. So there are 4 rings and one large, and one of the 4 has been lit. And with that, the vision snaps away, and they find themselves again in the ruins, waiting in a plaza. It's not the same plaza. You're actually in a different plaza, or from what you know, this is a different spot than where you were last.
So we're in like a new territory.
Another part of the ruin. Another part of the ruin. Yeah.
Okay. It's okay, Bumpy. Strawberry's pet Bumpy.
Animal noises, all sessions. It's great.
So, Berry Baby, this might be a good time to teach you pet training. Because that Bumpy, the beautiful creature that he is, likes to eat things. If he eats this thing, we're fucked. So, no eating keys of godliness.
I think eventually it will come out, though.
Are you sure?
Well, Bumpy, no, I have a leash.
I'm just saying, I don't want to have a swallower for a king.
He's
Well,
like,
then you probably shouldn't hold it up by Bumpy's mouth.
he's smelling it now. He's smelling it.
No, Bumpy. Candy meat.
And gobbles it up.
Kind of just puts it. So Strawberry has the candy meat in his palm and just palms it on Bumpy's face. And I just
Like,
kinda,
right
when
in
my
here.
hand comes up and reveals Bumpy's tongue. It's
Yeah.
So that makes me wonder, did you lick this Lotus already?
Like what?
The key?
No comment. That
Someone's
God wouldn't
feelings.
let me lick them, and I'm mad.
I'm gonna put.
I mean,
This
you
is.
probably should assume she licked it.
Yeah, but I can't drop it on the ground because then Bumpy might eat it, and I can't just throw away because we kind of need it to save all creation.
Why don't you
But
put it in your pocket?
I can take it back.
I'll take it with my rocks. Strawberry opens up his little like fanny pack duffel bag thing, his fanny pack of holding, and opens it up, and there's just like rocks and meat and various candy parts smushed in there, and just opening up widely. And there's a weird glow.
and back to us.
Okay, well, fine.
Though there's probably something we should discuss. There's 3 of us. I had a good feeling that Aleph would be here, but you know, should have been sooner than now. Usually my faded visions happen way faster than this. Anyway, there's 4 of us and only 1 of the keys. So how do we do this? Do we have like a timeshare on it? Like, you know, I get to be king for 15 minutes and you get the king for 15
I don't
minutes?
think it's about becoming a king.
I
or
mean,
we
king
or
like
we
powers.
morph into one giant king
That sounds
together.
great.
You can be like the leg, and I can be the arm. You can be the other arm.
So who's gonna be the body?
Bumpy.
No.
or Elif. And
But
the
then-
minions.
Someone has to form the head. Wait. No, this doesn't work. Just
Strawberry
the
holds up a
example.
little like a little banner that just says Bumpy. Bumpy for head. It's a pennant. That's what he has. Boxcars. So.
Thespian. Let us continue.
I thought you were American.
Though, I suppose it's premature because we still had to figure out how in the hell we're gonna find 3 other gods when I thought all gods were extinct. But apparently that was a lie too.
Well, we found one pretty easily.
Yeah, but it required us going through a maze of memories that were really uncomfortable, but really telling. We should probably sit down and talk about that at some point too, but that's kind of a side of a point because feelings don't necessarily, you know.
I'm so sick of feelings. They are boring, and they're dumb, and they're manipulated very easily. And they
Yeah.
don't get you anywhere.
Actually, they kind of get me closer to resolutions. I just think it's not exactly a linear path. It's more like a mountain and valley peaks and things, where it's never exactly level.
I'm
There's
gonna
not.
tell you, feelings haven't done anything for me lately. So
Yeah. I can understand that, but it gets better. I promise. Alright, so what's the plan?
kill a king,
I mean, short-term plan.
yell,
We have to find gods
Yell?
first.
yell.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
How about we, like, look for a left first?
Laugh.
Ow.
Laugh.
Ah. Merp. Merp.
Laugh.
Snitus.
Yeah, Bumpy, go. Amplify my voice. Laugh. Sound it out. Sound it out. Perfect. Nailed it. Well, that's what I got.
Maybe a summoning ritual? I'm not really good with magic. What do you think?
Huh?
The left, you know.
Oh, right. I don't think minced LF would taste very good with the god, but it might. That might be a nice stir fry. I'm really hungry. Do you have anything to eat?
Aside from the piece of meat that you still have? Or did you eat it already?
Oh, I ate everything a while ago.
Still know how I feel about that.
Yeah, neither do I.
Prey, if you would like to roll, you can try and investigate a way either by consoling the universe, prying secrets, or asking sister. I should give you the sheets. Whoops. I am a professional GM.
I'm going to ask
Marcus.
Universe because so far all of my efforts to like navigate sister in this upside down has been weird at best. Maybe sister's on a vacation. Maybe sister's not here with us at all.
Sorry.
Sister. Never
You
knew
know how much I
missed
miss you.
You hear Jackal say that.
No, sister. So, I love that Jackal was a fan of the ABC TGIF lineup.
What are you talking about?
I feel like Jekyll's more of a smart guy.
Oh yeah, Jackal definitely loves smart guy.
8.
Cool. You asking a question, or you?
Yes, my question is going to be, how do we get closer to finding our friend?
Just walk.
Just walk. Dun 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 dun. Wait.
Spot! Walk!
Oh my god.
Thank you, Pantera, I guess, our tonight's sponsor.
Prey kill. So what y'all see is Prey begins to make some random sigils, and what you will distinctly know is no known languages, and in fact, if there is any characters from any languages, they're random patterns. Like
Okay.
they do not know what they're doing. After a couple seconds, pauses, turns around and begins to walk this a random direction.
Cool. You guys follow?
I'm gonna run up ahead.
Cool.
Just be like, food! I'm coming!
Food!
Strawberry follows.
And as you do, one by one, you see the person ahead of you just blink out, and you walk through what feels like another veil.
I'm getting so tired of these veils. We're gonna like do this, and we're gonna turn out that this is actually a simulation. We're actually only like normal people that have to do 9 to 5 jobs. It's gonna suck.
You walk through, and all of a sudden, you see the unending sky is bright blue, which is strange for Throne. It's bright blue, and you're surrounded by these teal pillars that reach up all the way into the heavens. You are struck with this smell of clear water and clear air, and the small, very, very quiet, soothing breeze. And you look about, it looks like this place is covered in gold, but it's actually just the grass, the grains, and you see a field stretched before you.
This feels like a trap. Nothing is this nice ever. Where's the demons? Where's the apocalyptic comets that fall from the sky? Where's the wars? Where is the dancing gangs?
I smell unfiltered pocket water.
You do. There's a bubbling stream next to you that leads to the distance to an enormous mound that is like 30, 40 feet high. It's just an immensely tall, either it looks like a freestanding, like would have been, like I would say a butte. It's the best way of describing it, like those sandstone, just mountains.
Strawberry takes Bumpy and they go over to it.
Cool.
I'm gonna drink some water from the stream.
Yes. It is purified. It is the sweetest water you've ever tasted. You know when it's on a really hot day and you get that nice glass of just perfectly cool water that isn't too icy, and you just feel it trickle through your entire body. That is exactly what that feeling is.
I'm gonna quickly run up to Lotus and be like, wait! It's too clear. You can see yourself. You can see the bottom of it. That's not safe.
Ooh!
No. Oh god.
You are given you can answer 3 questions, ask 3 questions out of Prize Secrets.
Yes! Where will I find more food?
Oh, god.
It tells you that it is everywhere. There are still some things that are real here that will attack you. So, you can find like foods like I eat Bumpy.
But like, cooked food. Is there anywhere I can find some cooked food down here?
Perhaps It's not fresh cooked food.
Okay.
There's food. It answers you. The answer you get is wholehearted that you could eat anything. Therefore, you can eat everything that is here.
Okay.
This is how the apocalypse happened.
Hey, at least Bumpy isn't a figment of your imagination.
My next question is there any hidden treasure? Anything
Yes.
sparkly? Where might I find it?
Sparkly. There are things left behind, but this place has such volatile magic that you may or may not get to it, but there are things hidden. If you look well enough and hard enough, you may be able to find some things.
Okay. I already got my jewels. I got a bunch of those. I'm gonna go.
For someone who's like, power is bad, money and gold! I stole all the rare gems!
Forget about our friends.
It's fine. I mean, so we go,
Old
Lucas,
habits
are
die
you
hard."
okay? Oh, it's true. Oh, man.
And
the
the
hunger.
next one is: are there any secrets for me to dig up anywhere? Or what would be the most interesting secret? Maybe is it better?
Ooh, okay. That I will keep that as a +1 for later.
Okay. I'm just gonna look up Prey and be like, you should drink some of this water too. It's really good and it will tell you things. Yes, drink the water.
Did you took damage, right?
How much damage?
You had taken damage from the spirits, I think.
Yes.
Like 2. You were healed.
Yes.
Are you sure this isn't some sort of psychotropic drug? I've heard about these before. You drink them and you think everything's better.
I'm never gonna drink anything else again. Only this drink
No.
forever.
I'm gonna... Lotus, why don't you come over here and sit down just to make sure that it's not like super addictive and it's gonna make you drink forever?
I'm filling up some flasks.
I am gonna take a small cup, just a little bit. Does it taste like acid?
No. It's the clear, cold cup of water on a hot day.
I'm gonna roll on my gums just to make sure.
You're not dead. You heal all of your damage if you had suffered any, and you also get to ask the questions from Prize Secrets.
Yes. I'm
Whoa.
staring at you like,
Do you feel it too, man? Yes, I hate
Somehow I
you.
imagine what it looks like is that like suddenly Prey looks normal and suddenly they get the glowing eyes from Doom when you get like
Yes.
the power overwhelming. Alright, 3 questions.
Either from Prize Secrets or as Prey see fit to ask.
How close are we to a left?
Very.
Is there danger nearby?
No.
Is this real?
Yes.
Huh.
But you know that the last yes is in the sense that it once was, and that time is a trick.
See, look, I had my hopes up to here, and you had to bring them down to here. And I realized at that moment I'm talking to no one at all. Okay, that's like super water. Like, I've had really good water before, but that's like next level water.
Does it taste like Michael's secret stuff from Space Jam? That makes everyone really good at basketball.
Were you not listening?
That's what I imagine Michael's secret stuff tastes like.
I just,
Maybe weird.
I always thought that, you know, Michael's secret stuff was just do it.
So you also both have heard legends of how the ocean that covers Throne, that the water used to be something sort of like this, that it used to be pure and would heal and would sometimes give you visions.
definitely gonna take some extra flasks just in case we find LF and things are not so good.
How many flasks have you filled up at this point?
She's like, how do you want to know?
Remember?
You guys want to buy some water?
Last time I had all the alcohol flasks, well, they're all empty now.
Yeah.
It's true.
But I don't get a
Yeah.
hangover because I had this river water.
Yeah.
It's good idea.
I'm just gonna stare at you with one eye open while filling my own flask up, which has been barren for the last... How many months has it been since I quit drinking? Too long. Clearly this is not the same though, because this is magical pure water. You can't get addicted off of anything that's good and pure.
I don't know about that.
Do not ruin my hopes and dreams.
And we'll flash to follow up to Strawberry running ahead and Bumpy and just having a field. He's like a dog at a park, just running through the fields and circling back and being like, look at me, I found a thing. And he's running ahead and coming back and running ahead and coming back. And as you're walking, following this river, you see around you these red statues. If you choose to look at them, they're just kind of scattered in and about the place. They are people. They look very similar to what you had found on the cruise ship, that with all of the Church of Engineering, the Concordance of Engineering, they're the fate of that excavation crew, and there are statues of various races and servants and people and races you've never seen before. They're just scattered about
Oh
in
god,
this
we're gonna
field
curse statues.
around pillars.
Strawberry and Bumpy are running, and they're both sharing a stick. They're running on all fours, and they both have a stick in their mouth. And Strawberry stopped running, runs a little slower, start taking a look at the statues, and Bumpy's kind of slowing down, but then catching the drift. And Strawberry just walks over one of the statues, the closest one to him.
It's of a goblin, and it's kind of in mid pose. It's like grabbing its chest and reaching out for something.
Strawberry puts his hand in the goblin's hand.
Nothing happens.
Feel anything?
No. It's similar to the statues. Oh yeah, wait, Strawberry wasn't there, but it reminds you of that head that Lotus brought back to you. Like, the emotions are very real, and that these are just... They seem to have succumbed to the curse that existed in this place. Which is probably what the Concordance ran into.
Strawberry gets up and is on 2 feet, and then goes down to four legs, puts the stick back in his mouth, and runs a little more hesitant, but still running with Bumpy towards the big butte.
Towards the butte, and you hear a rustling from the distance.
It's Elif.
and you see, just kind of making through all the fields, a blue devil, very familiar face, holding sharing a stick with this little trash toad.
Strawberry?
Elif! I found you!
I'm so glad to see you.
Where'd you go? You teleported, and then we had some emotional adventures.
I don't know. I've been so alone here. Time's really funny. How long ago were we separated?
I think there was some kind of temporal shift that didn't altogether make sense to me. It wasn't really clear. We've kind of been in and out of various existences for the last this many hours, so we don't really know. But I'm really sorry that you were alone. But you're not alone. We're all here now. And I have a new friend, Bumpy. Don't put your thoughts in him.
Oh, I certainly wouldn't.
Do you want a pet?
Sure.
Hold on. Bumpy. Pocket me. Okay, just hold your hand out flat, like you're feeding a flamingo. Okay, Bumpy. I have Bumpy's collar. Bumpy.
And then takes his entire tongue, wraps it around your hand, and for a second you think he's gonna take your hand. He's like, looks at you, kind of makes eye contact. It's like, it's the meat.
This is certain dominance.
And I have a slobber rag. Wrap it around.
Thank
It's
you.
a lot of slobber.
Thanks. Are the Joshes with you?
No,
They're guarding the front.
they're guarding the front.
Oh,
We kind of... Teleport might not be the right word. We saw elements of our own field. It was very complicated. You had to be there, but you weren't. But I'm glad you're here now.
Okay.
We'll find everyone.
All right.
We met a god.
Wait. What?
Yeah, Pray tells a story better. We'll go over to them.
Oh, okay. Let's find everyone else.
Pray!
As you start walking
Right!
a bit away from this immense mountain, there is a rustling. There's a big, like, the showering of, like, leaves or a waterfall. You can't really tell. And when you turn around, the mountain is bare of foliage, and you see that it is actually an immense throne that sits in the middle of a field.
Shit.
And suddenly there is a ring of runes that lights up. I'll flash to you two.
I'm gonna go and say, "That's my chair," and just start running towards it.
As you do, do any of you do anything?
I take a fond look over at the cocaine water and then back at Lotus, back at the water and sigh, and then begin running as fast as I can to try to catch up.
Catch up, cool. As you're running forward, as you guys see the ring of runes take place, and as if it's like the stone itself pulls back interlocking puzzle pieces or slides away like sand. It is hard to really see, and it reveals a figure within, not separate from the throne, as if it were a part of it. A single face set inside the rune with a single eye painted upon its forehead. Separate from its body, a chest that is still entombed in the rock, and arms that sit there. First pair on the throne itself, and the other two from behind it. in
By chance,
rest.
does he have a big hat and like a square, beard?
No. You've all made it. I have been waiting, and I'm very excited to see you all.
Who are you?
What do you say? Do you say something?
I'm just mostly disconcerted the fact that the god is saying hi to us. Hi, God. Hi, Lef.
Found two. You're the second god I've seen today.
I mean, was that really today, or could it have been 100 years ago? Do you really know what time it is anymore?
I honestly don't care. We have a god.
Hi, God.
Hi, God.
I am Yes
Is it God?
Hess.
Yes, sis.
Yes Hess. I am
Is Hess?
the amalgamation of the word and the life. I am what is left of a fraction of the fraction.
Word.
That's really deep. So,
You're the remainder.
Of the few.
I like math. We're gonna get along fine.
You're like a hanging chat then, like just trailing zeros.
What?
Never
Is
mind.
that a squishy thing?
No, it's math.
I don't know. I've never met a chat I liked.
I feel like we've met before. Have we met before?
In life, little one, I am in everything, in the hope, the words of hope and affirmation, in the applause, in the reveal that you can be much more than what you are.
Okay. I think I remember which party you were both at. Yes. Yes, and it's coming back to me now.
So, you're the second god we meet, so we cross you off of our scratch card, right?
It's like a bingo card.
I mean, Lotus, you want to get the key?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have brought it. We all have labored and waited for so long for this. I have watched you, and you can see that the lit up eye like focus in on you. I have seen you wander about my domain. You, a wonder enthroned itself. And what change and possibility exists in you?
I
You
don't-
will go far.
Do I have to return the throne. Can I just stay here? Can I bring my family here?
Nothing is left here. What exists is all that I can uphold and keep. Once I am gone, so too will this place. What I hope is that by giving you the remnant that I hold, the piece of me, the fragment of the key, is that each of you will carve your own homes on throne. You will uplift and help those that are struggling and those that are in pain. You can change life and creation with a word.
So you're saying you give us your power, you're going to forever?
I have waited for this moment for millennia and lifetimes, compounded what almost feels like the infinite. Time is strange here. Feels like yesterday, but also 10,000 years.
For us.
Hmm.
I mean, not to sell us short, because
You,
we're...
others, there have been many that have come through, and there were many that we foresaw at the time, but even we gods cannot, in our multitude, predict what actually happens, because life is more
Doesn't really inspire a lot of confidence in me. The tip of a lot of people who failed. Who you're like, this is the chosen one, and then, oh no.
The strawberry. What does strawberry say? What does strawberry?
So
like,
we're
what
not
is it that
your
you want to-
first heroes. Sorry. Bad place to pause. Bad place to pause.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
Don't ask that! Does it really matter?
No, yes, because if they forsooth us coming here, then we're just gonna fail.
Do you think that God's perfect, child?
Aren't you supposed to be? Like,
God, yes, you sin, but remember, split, like, you lose something yourself every time.
okay, so we are the chosen ones.
You have made it, and it just looks at you. Like, you have made it.
So what's the plan? She's gonna ask you if she can taste you.
You can try.
Yes!
You can try.
That's not. Whatever.
What was Strawberry's question again? Sorry, you said before.
What's next?
What's next?
I can't. That's what's next.
You are destined by your strength of will. Your flame burns far different than any who have passed through here. I can see it.
There's one thing unanimously our enemies have called us was different.
This is true.
I saw what happened in your maze. I saw what Undamu saw. I watched. I saw something different in all of you. That is all I can say for sure that is next. That whatever happens to the throne will be different than before. And that is what it needs. That is the only chance. This is the chance that we have all fought for. What you do is what you will.
I want to kill a king.
And keep your word. It's just as you're trying to get to the throne and eat it, there is that immense clap of white light that happens. Just as when in the maze, when the god descended down, the key lifts up and receives the bright light, and now 2 of the circles are lit.
Is there... Wow. Sorry, just getting flashbacks of the quickening. I feel like this happened last time I beheaded someone. When the light ends, is ESS still there?
You get a little whiff before she disappears, kind of like the tantalizing smell of curry. It's like kind of that feeling, that spice, the smell of a place
Like the
far
ghee,
away.
The like really
Yeah.
fatty ghee. Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
and that's what it smelled like. That's the feeling it invokes within you. Something like, oh, if I could only have it.
Always a bridesmaid, never the astronaut.
If you like, I can maybe craft you a perfume like this.
That would be amazing. Thank you. Yes, I have jewels. I can give you jewels in exchange.
This is very different and very desperate than the last time you saw her.
We'll talk.
I feel like we need to do some unpacking. And
Of
Prey
food?
sits down their bag and pulls out a box that says Sifa Stimware. And pulls out a flute, pulls out the water, shakes a little bit, as if it were the finest alcohol. So, God's trusting us for to change reality, but it wasn't fully prophesized because there's a multitude of reasons, and we're doing this just because we need it. I didn't really feel pressure before, but now I'm starting to feel like there's no cosmic plan, and that's kind of disconcerting.
See, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about.
It's
when
hard
I-
to remember what you were talking about because you talk about everything all the time.
Fair. Fair. Listen. This is why I was saying no one should have this kind of power, because even the gods are not responsible enough with it. And it's too much. It's too much.
Okay, it's too much, but we have it, and we're 2 gods out of 3. We might as
4.
well keep going. 4?
We have 2 more.
4.
It's like 4
Fine.
of us.
Halfway done.
It's like, we're each of the elements, earth, fire, wind, or water. What? Never mind. It was going somewhere with that.
I think Lotus can do all of those.
Yeah, shut up. I have a sword.
Literally all of them.
I have a sword. There we go. Earth, fire, wind, water, sword.
What's happening to this place now that the goddess is gone?
It is dim all of a sudden, and the air is still, and there is not the trickle of water anymore. And when you look around, it's like looking at the painted ceilings in Venice, like in Vegas and Venice, and you realize that there's a ceiling. It is tall, it is high and vaulted, it's hundreds of feet above, but you realize that there is a ceiling now with these pillars, and it feels like a catacomb now, with all the pillars and the statues that are left behind.
Point of order. Is there any cocaine water left in my flute?
Yes.
We have possibly the last pure water left in the existence of Throne. Do you know how much money we can make? I mean,
Strawberry picks a random direction and walks.
Okay.
Drains all at once and throws the glass away. Oh shoot, that was Sifa's.
The sound of bells and chimes. This is what the glass sounds like.
Was it her travel pack, so it was plastic? And it was
Knowing Sifa, yes. I'll go retrieve that, and you should probably follow him. Barry's not been having a good time with things. I don't think this is helping.
Sure.
We've been having to face our realities of the past and what we need to do, and sometimes feelings and emotions aren't exactly easy or convenient.
I understand that. Can I have a second though?
Sure.
So I go back over to the throne, and I've been carrying. I take out a flower that I plucked. I don't know how long ago, and I lay it on the throne because I've gotten to experience a slice of literally a heaven, even though it was all by myself, and now it's gone. And we're going back to war. So I thank the goddess, and I return.
You know, I like to think that somewhere she is smiling for that.
No, I think she's in that key.
Let's not think. Ow. Whew, now guilt rising. Don't want. Oh, there's another thing of guilt. We're entrapping gods to fight other people in our own means. Self-sacrifice sucks. God, that.
You want to lick it?
No. Can you hear me in there? Thank you for your sacrifice. Blink once if you can hear me.
There's no eyes.
There is no like fitzing at all. It's just pure and stable.
His
Yeah.
bum just blinks.
The separate eyes like
Yeah.
like geckos do.
It was worth a try.
Bubby!
Oh, I wish he had no eyelids so we could lick his eyeballs. That'd be funny.
Oh. Does it feel any different since the last time with the second ring activated?
It's warmer, but not heavier or anything. It's the bottom two that have lit up, and there's like the circuitry, and there's light that is kind of tracing through, like slowly tracing its way through the key and the 2 points. Like there's an intricate, etching within the metals, and follows like a circuit and these patterns.
So this brings up two questions that I didn't really think of until just now. One, have anyone else actually seen what other keys look like? Does this... Of course you have, Lotus. I mean, is this sort of like the other keys?
I think are all pretty different and special.
Hmm. Do you know how to activate it once we get all the god power in here?
Don't stick it in someone's head. That's just the wrong way. The opposite.
Think. Think.
It feels like
Oh no, not that either. No, you.
Worst.
Why?
oh my god, we're so sleep deprived. When you put it against your head, you don't really. It feels like a migraine is about to hit you.
Oh,
crazy! You're
man.
like, no, like that. That
Why would any fate put
rumbling.
anything close to their head like this? Foolish,
No,
foolish
yeah,
people.
don't do it. That will wreck everything. I mean, for you. It's very useful for others, but not for you.
I don't know. I had an urge for some reason as if. Never mind. Let's go find Barry before he gets too far off. Barry! And I begin to walk in the vague direction that Barry went to. Still holding the key, unless you take it away.
It might just be like, all right, let's put that back for safekeeping.
There is resistance, like as if Prey's not even paying attention and just wants to.
You are walking. What you feel is like it feels like you're walking back, and you're passing the column after column, heading out to an immense gateway. When you leave, you're back inside the red ruins. No more of the dark, mildewy green teal of the catacomb. Like, it's almost as you were walking through an immense temple. It's kind of what it felt like. And you leave and you're outside of, like, it's like walking out of a cathedral, kind of. And that's what, it's kind of what you see and feel. Going to roll mind.
Mine bullets.
Five.
There is, as you keep going ahead, this mist begins to conglomerate again and congeal around your feet, and then you feel it holding you. Steps become heavier and heavier, and then you hear Bumpy just whimper next to you. and all of a sudden there's just a strong grip on your foot and you can't leave. What do you do?
I punch the ground.
Punch the ground? Cool. Roll violence!
Reach heaven through violence. Did you get boxcars? I got boxcars.
I got
Do you
boxcars
want to
and I punch the
annihilate
ground.
this?
I want to annihilate the ground.
Okay, cool. You expend. So there is a really. So you explain the ability. Oh, I can explain the ability.
Okay, so you're good.
Because you have it there. If
yeah,
you want to read it, if you can't, that's fine.
Literally, if you roll double sixes on Reach Heaven by Violence, you spend a power die to brutally annihilate your foe, instantly killing them. I choose to eliminate the ground.
You eliminate the ground.
I want to destroy all of Throne with one punch.
Your fist literally kind of ignites the air as it strikes down.
No one touches Bumpy, okay?
That and the I'm just going to destroy a king, destroy the corruption, that burning feeling you've been holding for so long, burns through the mist and just like shatters the ground. There is this an immense spider web of crackling within the floor that spreads out
mist,
like
fade
yes,
away with the
and it's
impact
gone.
of-
It's just gone.
There's a Strawberry looks down at his fist, which is still in the ground, and just sees that the fur is getting a little spikier. Mm-hmm. And just kind of wraps that up. Just
Bumpy will come up to you and sniff that arm and just like just rub his face on it.
it gets nice and normal. No one hurts my Bumpy. Go Bumpy.
How? We were probably pretty far away. Did we feel like an
You
earthquake?
feel the earth. You feel the ground shake.
Prey's going to draw Dear Sister and begin to run full speed, thinking it's an attack.
Cool.
Barry?
It's fine. I beat up the ground.
Total flying stance as Prey jumps like 20 meters. About to attack is you hit the ground.
You fall into the crater.
And so and Strawberry's in the middle, and it's just like this, probably a 10-yard, like just a 10-foot
Like a double strawberry.
radius. It's like the diameter. That's like the radius. So it's just like it's an immense, cracked circle.
You
This plaza.
destroyed the ground. And there's this moment, like, full on, like, Crouch Attack Hit Dragon Wushu style, when Prey remembers that gravity exists, and it goes from flying to just to. As they read this list. Wait, you killed the ground.
Something grabbed Bumpy in me, so I killed it.
Good. Hand? Approximately a quarter meter ground.
Are you doing math?
Yes.
Strawberry reaches into his bag and grabs one of those the stencil the thing you put in the center and you can
Compass.
Compass. Pulls out a small compass.
Thank you. Does that. Opens a hole as if you're doing the thing with the star chart.
I'm pretty sure that's not how you math.
Alright. I might be off by a couple meters or so. You just punch the ever-lady shit out the ground.
They cross me. Also, I might be dealing with some things.
You don't say.
Okay, Bumpy, come on. Strawberry helps Bumpy. Just picks up Bumpy. Lets him get out of the crater.
He starts to wiggle and wiggle. He starts to be put down.
Okay.
Just sits
We're out
down.
on top.
Sextish.
And just, you coming?
Give me a second. I'm just marveling over, like, this crater.
Yeah, I'm good at things sometimes. Come on, Bumpy. And Strawberry goes off.
Eh. Hell hath no fury like the Fury. Lotus, Aleph, it's okay. You was just punching the ground.
Wait, he was just that Strawberry. This
You know, when I mentioned that he's the Fury, not really kidding. Big, powerful, godlike destruction in an itty-bitty package.
is he okay?
No. He has some anger issues right now.
Are we going to be okay?
Oh yeah, don't worry.
You want the truth or you want happiness?
That's fine.
Okay. Let's go. And Prey begins to whistle. And
You want to lick the ground?
Yeah, I licked the ground.
Are you looking for anything, or are you just wanting flavor?
I want to know what just happened, but also flavor.
Cool. Roll mind. You're probably gonna get a ton. Roll a million. 14.
13.
13.
I got a 13.
Cool. Very nice. Any specific questions or something from the list? Like one is what happened here.
Yeah, what just happened?
Just happened. That congealed spirits that like you fought before with the weird clown thing. Tried to take hold of a strawberry again via these very stifling. You feel the emotions of being stifled and being collapsed, being crushed by burden or unworthiness, and then you suddenly feel it just disappear, vanquished by fire and fury.
Is there anything interesting buried here?
Not here.
And which way should we go? Which way smells or tastes?
The inner compass is following Barry.
Okay. So I'm gonna, after this, look at LF and just be like, don't worry. We got through some crazy stuff earlier through the power of friendship, and we'll get through the next stuff with the power of friendship. We'll do it together.
And punching things.
Friendship.
And punching things.
This is why I go on about it. Oh, wait. Do you need some healing? Here's some magic water.
Rare,
Just no,
invaluable
just take it.
item.
I'm good. I've
Please.
had plenty. I've had.
Possibly the last cocaine water left on Earth.
Okay.
A lot of water.
Well, if you want it, it's got your name on it. See, I wrote it here. I wrote your name. It's yours if you want it later.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is it like Starbucks style with like an F?
Yes.
It just says like Nancy on it.
One time they wrote my name AREA, and I was like,
Oh no!
all right, area.
Oh, it's really sad. My friend Valerie had her name written as Valory, V-A-L-O-R.
Nice.
Because our English vowels are so confusing.
Yeah, well, I've butchered the spelling of your name, but
That's fair.
I put a little heart at the end.
That's what I used to do to make it better. I don't know how to spell. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Accept my apology.
Friendship.
And as you're walking, you feel a rush again, and you see the market. This is the first time you've seen this vision of the city that made in as gilded and beautiful again. The stone is red with etchings and glyphs around it, lined with gold, towers and spires that reach up to the sky. There are a multitude of beings that live here, different servants, different people, and they all kind of, you feel this, the feeling of the coexistence of peace, of family, of belonging, and it encompasses everything.
So, welcome to the paradox. So, what we're experiencing seems like it's actually something from long ago, but from what I read the story, I haven't told you the story yet. This is actually what might be. So we're actually considering a past and future, but not what is enthroned.
Sure.
It's a future past.
Praise a future past.
Somewhere there's a
Let me try this again.
robot turkey.
So this is going to get into prophecy and fate, which kind of is really poor narrative design because it always depends on assumptions. Assume, if you will, that the gods knew of their downfall and that eventually there will be degradation and destruction of entropy. And they knew that it was inevitable unless they hid away a turnkey, if it were. Something that could change fate. Which is, the thing that Lotus has. And that if this changes and destroys what the kings are creating, perhaps this is the way things will be again. But the thing is that It was never like this. So what we're seeing here is the ancient past. And hope. But at the same time, there's sadness here if you can just taste it because... this is probably what could have been if people weren't people.
Do we even deserve this?
I've been going through that a little bit. I don't really like being here very much. It's reminding me that a lot of people died. A lot of... And I take a moment to step away with left. Just... I don't usually like to talk about this in front of Lotus and Strawberry because they go through the wheel again and again. I've seen a lot of my friends die before, and they're not coming back. And I've killed a lot of people, and they too are not coming back. A lot of them were more noble than I will ever be. Some of their children, who were never born, were perhaps fated to be some of the greatest heroes, and they will never live because of my actions. And yet I'm here, at the crux of what can change millions of lives. Just because I got drunk in the right place and fell on Tifa's lap, maybe? I don't know. Maybe because I became best friends with the Fury. Because ancient power who have known so much decided that this is the right time in her existence to connect to people again. I just happened to be there. Why me? I mean, I really like to say I'm the fated, but I even stole that. And really at the end of the day, I just figure that if it ain't me, it's not gonna be anyone. I mean, the gods did have it right. We got here. And there's a ticking clock. And I think that has to be good enough for now.
Yeah, better someone than no one, I guess.
And put it this way, I've known a lot of folks. And no one is nearly as cool as the stories I tell about them.
Maybe we were dropping the internet. Maybe I'm just dancing for no reason. But it's
I hope
okay.
it's that one.
Yep.
Aww.
Aw.
Did y'all get my Aqua Teen Hunger Force reference?
Yeah.
I was gonna start saying I'm the basketball after this, but I was like,
I'm also assuming you can hear pretty much anything that we say anyway.
yeah.
Yay, we're
Yeah.
back.
A second before you dive back in. but-
We are back. We're back. I think we're back.
I'm the basketball.
I'm triangle.
It's not good
Flip
connection.
Sniper.
Yeah, we are people are seeing us, but it's very, very erratic.
Oh no. Okay.
I feel like we
Guys,
should
we're having a
vote. We
very
should just-
erotic connection right now.
Just move.
I mean,
There's nothing
quickly.
we can do about it. It's the internet. It's CenturyLink.
That's right when it comes back to perfect connection.
Yeah,
It's like-
I hope so.
Stuttering.
Oh no.
Somebody's probably gonna gift that, just so you know.
Probably.
we just all just started just like,
Oh, no, there he goes.
oh.
Yeah, we just got a whole bunch of...
Are we?
Yeah.
Can you see
Hear
us?
you.
You can hear us?
Oh, you actually heard that.
Oh god, they see it. They
AJ
saw
don't
it.
like Marcus. Okay.
Not enough of a connection that they can hear you, but
The video's just-
we're not dropped out, but like we're dropping down to like 1K.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, so
no.
we're having really like internet speed troubles right now, so you
Cool.
can hear us, and we're probably moving very weirdly.
Cool.
But that's not, everything's fine. Don't adjust your things. It's just the internet.
It's just the internet. It's not us. It's fine. It's fine. So we will. I wrap up for that. Where were you? We'll jump back into that conversation. And I was talking about whether we deserve to have the thing.
you know, and honestly, it kind of beats to, like, I've seen a lot of stories before, and I've seen a lot of people, and all my stories are better than the actual people. I mean, allegories, parables are meant to inspire or cause dread. And that's what my destiny is to finish the story. You don't put the blemishes on them. I mean, so, well, let me put it this way. You've heard a lot about Sifa, right? This one.
Yeah.
She was the refined. And to understand that word is to understand what elegance is, distilled into a single entity. Perfection of all social graces. She did not wake up like that. I'm saying that. It took a lot of effort. She made it look easy. But I guess we're all messes in a way. They're like, I found the people who really and truly believe that they're alright are the ones you want to trust least. Those are the ones that have no clue of their own faults. Those are the ones that will kindly march an entire army, entire nation into the brink and fall over. Because they don't see that they're just as messed up, as broken as a person can be, as different. They think they are gods. So maybe it is a good thing that we're finding it, because at least I think we know our own messes. I mean, at least I hope I know most of my messes, because if I have any more, I don't possibly think I could pay for a therapist anymore. Because, like, I got a list. I mean, I know that's not exactly the most heartfelt thing or the best feeling thing, but it's what we got. And all things considered, we have a lot of some awesome power. I mean, Strawberry can punch something to literally one of those 500 moons up there. Like this one punch. Lotus has at least 5 bajillion spells. And that's not even talking about like the encyclopedia knowledge, even though it confuses me. She could just talk about the science, and someone's head will explode. And I've seen you say hello, and I don't think I understood before the connections you made with people, but that is a very literal and powerful thing. And I can understand the fear the angel has in you, because Legion, perhaps, is the most powerful thing of all. Because if everyone's connected with a singular purpose, there's nothing, no force on throne or any of the worlds surrounding it that can stop it. And I have a badass sword.
Now you do. Thank you. I don't know where this is going to take us, but I'm glad it's you and not someone else.
So, feel a moment over, because I think this is the other part we should probably mention. We might not make it back, you and I, where we're going. Lotus, Berry Baby, they might be forever changed by what they see, and unless something truly remarkable happens, their time in the wheel will come again, but not for us. I made my peace with that. There really isn't any dishonor in leaving when the time is right. You have your life now again.
I appreciate that. But as you say, we're here, and we just gotta keep moving.
Yeah. About that, do you see Barry anymore?
I think I hear that creature of his.
Yeah. We should probably go find them before they get into trouble again.
Sure.
You suddenly see a swirling light. It's like a little streamer, like kind of flipping around. It flits around you. It's about kind of this wide, it's like a serpent made of light and mist, and you feel it as it passes by you and around you, which is weird because you've seen all of these vision people that look almost completely solid just walk right through you as if nothing were happening, and you feel this, and you feel it, and it zips up ahead.
I feel like this is a sign.
Barry! Take off running, I'm assuming?
No, yeah, but is it going the same direction as Barry
Yeah,
went?
it's
oh,
going
it is?
forward, yeah.
Oh, never mind. Fortuitous. And then run.
Cool. And you're running, and there's it's a cobblestone path of this beautiful, immense market and restaurants, and like you can smell bakeries and food and this amazing. Smells like broth almost. You're just like, street food, yes. And you're running, and you get to the edge of this beautiful, lovely canal area and a bridge ahead of you. You guys roll reflex as you're walking on this bridge.
Finally, something I'm good at.
11.
11, great.
Yeah.
You're walking, and you just like start to step forward, and then your foot just kind of goes through the ground for a second, and then you step back, and your vision breaks. The illusion breaks, and you see that it is actually the canal bridge has broken off, and the other side is about. It's a jumpable distance for you, but there is a distance, and it's kind of broken in the middle.
Huh.
And just as you're looking, that spiraling white light flies by you to the other side through the immense double doors into a lone building that kind of surrounded in this canal area where all the bridges kind of lead to.
I would like to pick up Bumpy and jump across the bridge.
Great, roll body.
10.
10, great.
Wait, I don't do plus 3, right?
You can add, you
And
make
13.
it. Oh, you absolutely make it. Trump Bumpy's like, and
I like the fireman's carry, so just like the
good.
legs.
And you do like that. You just kind of walk backwards for a bit, and then you just take the whole bridge on and you run. And zip across. And just as you're running towards the canal, you see ahead of you Barry kind of step forward and go, whoa, and then suddenly everything snaps out, and you see the ruined market, and the bridge that is broken leading to the lone tower in the middle. And Barry winds up, and he jumps across.
Can y'all do the jump thing?
What? Yeah.
Let me guess, you can fly too.
No, I wish.
I thought for a second you were actually going to say yes. Okay,
Someday.
let's think about this. Let's math it out. Is there any pillars around here that are thin enough that I can tie a rope around?
And to make a tightrope or something? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna want to tie one end and attach the other one to your sister, and I'm gonna jump across to try to make a bridge for them.
Sure, yeah. I imagine, so this immense canal, this walkway is about 15 foot across. It's big. And so there are these posts that once held lamps or lights in them, and there's one that is hanging off the edge. It's on the edge, not hanging off. It looks sturdy. It is sturdy.
I'm gonna power this one.
Great.
Because I really don't want to fail. Or else I'll be the end of prey.
Is jumping body or reflex? Could you do either?
I think it could be either. If you want to exert yourself, I think it's more of a body reflex. Is more about you want to land carefully. It's more about I imagine, kind of jumping from one bamboo stalk to another bamboo stalk, right? And this one I feel is more of an exertion, right? Your long distance, kind of your long jump.
What about, could I use geomancy to make the bridge again?
You're gonna do that right in the middle of my super jump, aren't you?
Yes, let's just say that that's exactly what happened.
So roll. And you roll for
Mind,
casting.
yeah.
I got
You're
an
all
11.
empowered too.
Cool.
That was not very good. I got an 8.
Cool. describe your 11. What does it look like?
So, Prey doesn't have the same strength as Strawberry, and so what they do is very different. Instead of doing like sort of power leap, they begin to tie lines around, and actually begins to run, jumping across various pillars to kind of get up momentum. And then for the final leap, they do a double flip, and then throws Dear Sister on the other side to complete it. And kind of trusting fate for it to actually have a hard grip.
Super cool.
Grab the rope because they know they're not going to make it all the way, to use that and then spring up again, only to land and realize that there's probably a walkway now.
So there is a walkway, and it is a bit rickety. It is there, but there's some bits of the stone. So it's like there's a few like skippable little pillars, but they're a little kind of like crumbly. They still work, but there is now a rope that you can use as a rail to walk across.
You could have said that from the beginning.
You didn't ask.
You're walking and you're holding the line.
Yeah.
Alright, from now on, I'm just going to assume you can do everything, and I will just wait.
No, this is good, Prey. You did very good.
Are you afraid of heights?
No.
I mean, to be fair, if you look down, you would see there would be endless
Nope.
nothing into eternal
Nope.
damnation.
Nope. Nope.
But
We're all
really, though,
good.
don't assume I can do anything. That's de-demonizing me.
Demon.
I'm not a human, so it's not dehumanizing. It's de-demonizing.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
The explanation
Ow.
makes it better, I think.
I really want to take another slurpee of the cocaine water now.
And you are on the other side. Did you wait for
No.
people? You just walk through the
Yeah.
doors. Okay, cool. There are these immense double doors, and when you walk inside, you're hit with kind of that old church smell. Kind of this once was used long ago, but it is old now, and the smell of the dust and the mildew and the lichen and mold that has begun growing in this place. It is an immense and circular room with doorways. There are 8 doorways, and you've come through one of them. Same thing, huge double doors. You see a dim glow in the back wall. There's something kind of swirling, like kind of in the ground in the back wall.
Strawberry holds the leash tight, put behind him, and goes forward as quickly as possible, like running, but
Running towards
protecting
it.
Bumpy.
Cool. As you get closer, the light stops, sees you, and then leaps up. And suddenly there is a circle of runes, and from the stone unveils another face and another torso. This time, almost like a helm with just a helm set into the wall, a neck and a torso, and the light hovers in front of it.
Hi, what's your name? I'm Strawberry, and this is Bumpy. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
There is no response.
Okay. So you like stuff? Strawberry throws a rock. Small pebble, very small rock.
It's a very small pebble.
Almost dust.
There's just the echoing of that stone. Clink, 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 clink. And the circle of runes continues going.
What do you want me to do? We're the chosen ones. One of them is here. That's me. Strawberry. This Bumpy. I already said that. You're the third god I've seen today? Do you like living here? It smells like gross church. It doesn't bother me that much. I didn't mean to insult your home.
The light sinks back into the helm, and you see that is actually this immense crescent
Oh.
with 3 glowing eyes.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
are one.
Yeah.
Why?
Why what?
What do you seek on your own? Your friends, they have followed and helped you, and been with you, and defended with you, and you are alone. Why?
I got Bumpy. And if you're asking what I really want, that is to kill a king. And what I really need is your power. What are we gonna do about it? Because I'm really good at punching.
So am I. And suddenly, the I'm gonna you can decide if you don't get locked in there by yourself.
Damn it.
These
Good.
2 arms suddenly materialize on opposite walls of you and come in to crush you. What do you do?
Punch the walls.
Punch the walls?
Like
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Do you get boxcars again?
No, I got 12.
12.
Oh, 10! 10, not 12.
Okay, cool.
Sorry for yelling.
You catch them and they stop you. But you cannot move because if you give in any little bit, they will crush you. And this is just as you guys land and you see this immense door ahead of you that is cracked slightly open. You hear Strawberry just kind of shouting to the tower. You hear kind of what catch a little bit. Actually, you guys can roll. What's the discernment? Let's see. Situation. I guess mind, unless you want to try and roll something else if you want to try and catch what he just said.
Yeah.
I don't think he can work on this.
No.
Yeah, mine's my best bet.
13.
13.
11.
Crunch dice.
9.
9. Great. You both hear clearly what he says. You hear, like, I'm gonna kill the king. I need your power. That's the one phrase that you can make out of the entire
Barry,
thing.
what are you doing?
And suddenly a gravelly grinding, and then nothing.
And we can't see any of this.
Not yet, unless you want to go through the door.
Barry, I'm gonna run back to grab dear sister and then just blow past these 2 as fast as I can, without regard for danger.
Good.
Yeah.
You see him just as the 2 fists, the 2 huge, just floating gauntlets, what they look like. They're carved of stone, and you've seen golems and you've seen Morim's creations, but those are nothing compared to the intricacy and just this otherworldly beauty of what these gauntlets look like that are about to crush your friend, and suddenly they stop. And Barry is tiny in these 2 hands, and they are trying to crush him.
I'm gonna actually flip over Barry and actually kind of pivot myself so I am putting my back on one and my feet on the other and try to push, even though I do not have strength at
Okay,
all.
cool. What do you guys do?
I want to point out that Bumpy's licking your foot while you're pushing.
Bumpy, not helping.
Bumpy's just like, I am gonna imagine this is the yoga cat, the dog that will just be
Yeah.
like, I'm helping.
No, Bumpy, go, Bumpy.
I know this is maybe my one and only chance, so I'm gonna go up and lick it.
Sure.
I mean, I'm gonna chomp as well. Maybe try to draw a little blood or something.
Sure.
but-
Sure. We'll roll something. That's fine.
Geomancy.
Geomancy, I need time and like resources and quiet.
Hey, you're not biting the hand that feeds you. Just lick it.
Is there a large rock I can try to sadly roll over towards these 2?
Yes, there's probably, I imagine, they're not bleachers, what are those called? Like church pews. There are pews
Pews.
kind of like lined around the sides.
Okay.
Kind of.
Is there like a piece of a broken pew that's slightly
Yes,
larger
and
than
probably
Strawberry.
a boulder that has fallen from the
Okay.
ceiling. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
What-
there is.
What should I roll for this, body?
You trying to just roll there and be safe?
I'm going to try to roll this behind Barry
Oh,
so that
yeah, roll body. Yes, absolutely. Expend a boss because I think it is a very interesting thing to. In a way, this is kind of a gang. We're gonna half gang this.
Guys, this is totally fine. It's fine. I got this.
I'm pretty sure, like, I can feel you trembling under me. And also, I'm not actually budging at all.
That's because you're distracting me.
Oh,
So 7.
7? Ooh, okay. All right, so you're trying to get closer and closer, and you push it to like right behind Barry, and then
Is it on my tail?
kind of on your tail, and you slip a little, and the hands are about to hit you and close in farther.
Sorry.
Thanks for helping, though.
you know, I was totally into contortion with that one night, with that one person, but not really in general. Not that flexible.
Strawberry pulls his tail out from under the boulder and then ties it around Prey with his tail, Prey's arm, and bump it, go! To drag Prey to a little more safe.
No.
So, as you can either as a group try and get out of this, or you want to individually try and save each other, which is a very tenuous, like, this is gonna close in if any of you make the wrong move. That's the kind of situation that you're in.
I've had a good run.
I'm gonna try to start to use pyromancy to like heat up my hands to maybe
Okay.
start to cook the god's flesh.
Okay.
A little bit.
Chavo God.
Should I roll pyromancy?
Yes.
Yes. Come on. All right. 14. Yeah. 14. Yeah, 14.
Nice. I need to keep track of damage. Just give me 1 sec. just gonna make up the HP on the fly. It's fine.
So my pyromancy does 4 damage.
4 damage.
Holy
Cool.
crap.
Because this enemy is huge, I'm putting down a huge tag on it, so it halves that damage.
Okay.
But that helps me. That helps calculate a lot. That's awesome. Cool. 1 second while I was thinking about a break, but we're gonna get through this battle because that makes more sense. So give me a second. Gonna find my favorite fighting music. That's probably really scary. Cool. It burns. You see it kind of flinch, and it doesn't make it retract, but it's like, you know, when you're holding something really hot and it's spilling, you're like, I gotta hold on to this. I'm like, oh, I don't know how long I can hold on to it. So you feel that kind of shaking happening. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna try something different.
Wavering. Sorry, words are difficult today.
I'm gonna do bend will,
Okay.
and I'm gonna start talking. Do I see like the 3 burning eyes?
Yes.
I'd be like, so
Yeah. You see the back wall, and it's just this figure inset into the back that is staring.
Hi there. I'm Prey. You already met my friend Barry. That's
Hi.
Lotus. That's Aleph. We're supposed to be the chosen ones. You're kind of crushing us. So why don't we like talk about this, but like civilized beings?
I think they're a test.
Oh, is this a test?
You are chosen if you survive.
Yeah, see, it's a test.
And
Pretty basic.
I mean, I really don't want to hurt you.
I do.
I mean, we should be nice because we went. Okay, well. I mean, you should really like be careful about your test because you don't want to see Barry when he's angry. You won't like him when he's angry.
what did you roll?
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, okay.
5.
5. No. No. The arms do not move.
Look, I was trying to be civil. I mean, if the guy wants ultraviolence, we can give him ultraviolence.
You feel the arms about to like
Okay.
try to come back and crush you. You have an opening. What do you do?
Does this count as a now? There's two hands. Does it count as a team? Like a tag.
It's still huge too.
It's still huge.
It's huge though.
Okay.
It's not a group, but they're huge.
Well, I couldn't count as a group. Okay.
But your belt still accounts for huge, so you can fucking wail.
I would like to. You said it releases just like a little bit.
Yeah, so you can feel like stop and it's about to like go in for like to crush you again.
Strawberry rolls out and then jumps up as high as he can with a double punch down.
Cool.
Boxcars?
Did you boxcar?
Twice.
Good job.
That's how you do it.
Yes.
That's how you do it.
Good job. Okay.
Oh wait, no. I don't have a minus, right? No, I don't. Okay, good.
Oh, was it natural boxcars though?
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter with minuses then.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
know nothing about
This is this is violence. This is
Yeah.
usually happening through violence.
Yeah.
I trust you guys when you count your bonus. Do you want to expend one and actually like do the extra? Like it is not gonna vaporize this dude, but it will
Oh, yeah.
punch. Because you did reach heaven through violence. You got boxcars, right?
Yes, which means I can expend the power there.
Is it only or is it once?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say
Cool.
per game.
Okay.
I would like to definitely reach out.
Okay, cool. What is your damage usually? It's like 2?
It's 2.
It's usually 2? Okay, cool.
Did that level up, by the way? Because it said it starts at 2, and we've leveled up a couple of times. Did that go up, or have I just not marked it?
Damage, I don't...
We can talk about that later.
We'll
Sorry,
talk
it's
about
not
that
super
later, because I
important.
think it's
was
accounted
curious.
on something, but I don't remember right now.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Alright.
I'm never gonna roll boxcars again now. This is twice in a
I
day.
think
It's
this
never
is
gonna
worth
happen
it,
again.
though.
These yellow dice are the best.
Cool. You jump up and you rock it down and you just slam, and right when these hands, like, you see Barry push back for a second, roll back, and then they're about to come back and completely crush you, and then all of a sudden you hear this huge crunching thud, and both of them are punched into the ground, and you are kind of stuck right between the fingers. It misses you. Whew. What do you do? Because your gang isn't here, I will say that you can bolster in that, I don't know what your breath is, or heat, I guess.
I've got a lot of heat,
Cool.
actually.
You can include your boss as a +1 in there if you want to expend those points, I think.
Okay.
If that is something you would like to do. You can also move out of the way and stuff. I won't count that as part of like a thing.
Yeah, so is the, what is going on with the god situation right now?
The figure in the back, it's on
Yeah.
the wall, it's simply watching.
So it doesn't even show pain.
No emotions. Doesn't say a thing.
Nice hands. What? I'm being petty.
You know, I haven't had a chance to actually do any fighting on my own.
Okay. It's also something where like, I don't know what that looks like, and I think we should totally.
Yeah,
Wing
so, sort of like Buster Keaton style, like the hands fall and I'm just standing there amidst all these fingers. And I guess the gravity of the situation has really kind of struck home.
Ooh. Okay.
So you see me unzip my tracksuit a little bit
Oh my.
and reach in, and there aren't like pockets in there, but when I draw my hands back out, there are these black claws at the ends of my fingers, made out of like obsidian.
Oh.
Oh.
I haven't had to use these in a really long time, but I guess it's now or never. Okay, I'm gonna go after the god.
Oh, the one in the back?
Yeah, I'm gonna try slashing. Some slashing.
Okay, cool. Because you knocked the hands down, I am gonna say that they are reeling. So I don't know if there's extra. Let's see. Can deal damage and less price than the size of females. So yeah, they won't be able to defend is the thing. I'm trying to think. It would be cool if what you could do. Yeah. What would be the best role? Body is usually for violence, but I think with boss and cleverness, you should roll push for this.
Okay.
Or channel flame. So channel flame, you can declare and empower your move no matter what, and roll with advantage with 3 dice and take 2 of the highest. Words are hard today. What the heck? Or push. You can attempt something risky.
Yeah. So I'm channeling flame for this.
Cool.
You got this. Never mind.
Does this count in any of my stats then?
You what?
Does this count my stats or
Body or body, I think.
zero?
Really?
So there's 0 body, so I have a total of 6.
There's a halo that suddenly comes around you, and for a second you feel like you have just done something, and then you realize you're about 5 seconds in the past, and you see Frey still in this precarious position. They're still trying to keep it open.
Oh, so the hands have fallen, and so you're back again.
Yeah, I'm still there, but except now instead of being like for my life, I'm now just replying, "You're doing great, hon." They're glowing with the faded fire around them.
Glowing with support.
Yes,
So it's a reroll.
it's a reroll.
Okay.
Okay.
The full reroll.
You can roll. You can
reroll.
reroll with
Okay.
the advantage too, because that'd be really cool.
All right.
Much better.
Boxcars.
Yes!
Sorry, Anna.
Okay,
Don't apologize to me, apologize to chat.
great.
Don't wanna.
Lost your
Being inspired by prey makes you want to do these incredible feats of acrobatics as you. This guy is mounted like, I don't think he's mounted high, but he is at least 20 feet. Like, he takes up 20 feet of this wall, and you. I don't know. Describe to me what your boxcar acrobatic attack looks like.
Sure. So I go running up to him, and I basically kind of tic-tac wall jump.
Yeah.
But using my claws as kind of like handholds to pull myself up. And then I get in his face, and I break all the way down.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. What is your damage?
Pathetic.
2, 2,
Zero.
1. 1? Okay. You still do it. You manage it.
That was hardcore.
On Boxers, I think you always get +1 too.
Okay, 2 then.
2, great. Allowed you to do the full damage on this guy. There is no reaction. There is no reaction from the god itself or the hands.
Oh.
They are reeling because they can't do anything about it, but it is there. You land.
That was badass.
I tried.
That was pretty hardcore. Hey, God. Hello? Rocks. I'm throwing pieces of the hand that broke off at the face. Hey! Are we chosen enough for you yet, or what?
What do you do, Lotus?
So I'm tasting at God right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels almost like what it was like to eat a flame, but instead of hurting, it feels like restorative,
Okay.
but also kind of hurts. Where you're like, this might be bad later, but it's so intoxicating that I'm becoming sort of just like overwhelmed with desire and hunger while also being really satiated. So it's like this intensity of both at the same time. And my like flame sort of starts to engulf all of me, and I take out like a long knife that I have, like a carving knife basically, and I'm just gonna try to like cut a huge chunk off. Like, does the god like have arms that are separate from these hands, or is this like all?
No, these are like literally just floating gauntlets that
Okay.
just separate from the wall. And so is this the body, the torso that exists there that is watching you, and these arms are just kind of flying around. That are flying around, or were flying around, and now they're not.
I'm gonna just try to cut a peck off, I guess.
I'm gonna have you push. Just roll 2d6 and see what happens. Because you are doing something very risky. and technically impossible.
Got a 7.
A 7. Okay. You do cut a chunk out. I'm trying to think. Let's see.
Push is not plus anything, right?
No, it isn't. You also get a power die because you did that.
Oh, should I roll another die?
No, you get a token for a power
Oh, okay.
token. Yeah, they call them power dice. I think power token. Yeah, power token. You are able to get the chunk out, and as you're picking this, it's a sharp. It's like it's a piece, like it's the size of a steak that you've cut off right now, and then suddenly you hear a thrumming, and from the face in the back wall, a beam of energy tries to hit you, and it gets you for 3.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You've done the impossible. You've blasphemed in the old ruins of the god temple, but it is worth it. Pray.
So Prey was kind of reclining in this weird contortionist position, giving support until they see Lotus get blasted. You see their expression darken for a second, and suddenly they seem to fade from existence entirely, appearing next to Aleph using the necklace.
Yes.
And as they do, the knife goes into their hands as Dear Sister is activated, and they go, "Do you know what this is? This is the Godbreaker. You may have games, but I am tired of games. We are here for one purpose only, which is to save creation which you desperately wish to be salvaged. I declare this test over, or I shall break you. Do you consent?"
The eyes kind of shift, and you see them look at you, and there is a feeling of recognition, and then, yes, I accept.
Good. Because I totally wasn't bluffing right there. Because I'm assuming, like, even when I activate it, it is not the size it was when I took the angel.
It's not. No.
It's not Godbreaker.
No. Yeah, no. Godbreaker is a very like. There are ways that Godbreaker can happen. It's similar to like so in the comics when Allison is like, I got the power, and no, I don't. It does
Yeah.
run on something different.
So yeah,
But there is a point of recognition that blade is recognizable. It is legend. The past knows it too.
I am so glad that worked. Don't tell them that this is not Godbreaker. Okay. Wait, can God see the whispers? No. Yes, we are glad you accepted. Now stand down. Lotus, are you okay over there?
I'll be fine.
Is there like just like a smoking?
There's like a pit, and you like. I imagine you like being hit, and this ray also just like disintegrates the ground kind of around you, like a small little bowl. You're just kind of in it. You're like, fine,
I have some of that water in one of the flasks. I'm gonna drink it.
cool.
Does it heal me?
Yes, you gain in battle. You gain back. What's your stamina? Your stat?
My stamina is 3.
3? Damn. Really? Shit.
Yes.
You gain back 2 points.
Okay. Is the god by any chance bleeding?
You don't. It's not visible. It's like taking a chunk from like stone,
Okay.
which like kind of doesn't surprise you since all of Throne is made of the body of deceased gods. So, when Unyetu looks at you, you feel that that's the name that rings in your head, and the
Nyet.
consent is the fight itself. That life is the battle and how you choose to win it. And if this is not how you want to win Throne, then you are not worthy.
I liked it better with, like, if your mental image was like, you know, a rave or an orgy or something like that, peaceful, like, but I'll take it. Hey, Lotus, can you toss me up the key?
Yeah, here you go.
Little pit, smoking pit, little like key glimmers.
I've
and
just
the
got the
light.
chunk and I'm just licking it.
Alright, I totally am gonna push for this. Because... Alright, got 10 on this. This is what happens. When it goes, Prey's gonna do a backflip, grab it in midair, and do power pose so that it gets sucked in like a ghost trap. From
It doesn't. No, oh gosh.
It could totally not happen, but that's what they try.
So you do get the power dice and you feel it, and it's a thing where, not yet is what you get from it. The light glows more, but it will not recede. It's like not yet, because it is as if the light is warm. It is just like the others that you've seen, but it cannot go. It literally cannot leave yet.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm catching what you're throwing out here. That you are not about, you know, peace and love, you're about the battle. So, how do we get you to that next stage? How do we get you fully vested in this?
You hear the gravelly voice ring out, "Fight as one, win as one."
Ah!
And the arms lift up again.
Oh, do it. I'll break you again.
And it does! One of them comes flying straight at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to run up it and try to punch it from behind.
Great.
10.
10? Awesome. You do 2 damage still, right? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Unless it's using body.
What does it look like? What are your moves to wrestle a gigantic arm?
Strawberry's just standing there waiting. When the fist comes close enough, Strawberry does a little hand spring on top of the knuckles, over the side, wraps his legs around it upside down, and just punches it as hard as he can.
Great. Awesome.
So he's like on an upside down flying hand on the back of it. Like the back of Master Hand from Super Smash Brothers.
You don't, nothing exact, it's weird because you've punched rock before and you know rock gets destroyed. There isn't anything that falls off, but you see this cracking that begins to trace all the way around it. And it just kind of falls across the ground, and it's graceless, and it lays there. It's kind of moving and trying to turn around, but it's like when your arm falls asleep and you're just trying to get it to move again. That's what it's doing. It's kind of sluggishly moving again. The other one is headed for you.
Was the damage that Strawberry put in before, is that still visible on it, or has it changed since it came back up again?
It's visible. It's the crackling has spread all the way around. The one that's headed to you, like, there is kind of a crack over the top of like the forearm, or where the forearm would be.
I'm gonna say, I have an idea left, and as I do, I'm gonna jump to grab onto the thing and just flip over it so I'm riding it.
Okay.
And
I will
I'm
get
gonna
back to what you're doing after with the left, but you get on, and then... Oh, God.
I'm empowering this because otherwise I don't think I can do this.
Okay.
Technically, I think this is also a push again.
Your fate. You're always pushing. It's kind of your entire existence.
Yeah. 8.
8? Good. Awesome. What does a left do as Prey is launching themselves? Does the reroll still count now, or is it only the one time?
It's only the one time.
It is not the full battle one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Though that's it. I can still do it.
You can bolster. That is the thing that you definitely can do, and you can. I think you can give stamina back, but I would find it. Let's see. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I'll
Wait. You can stand in Ooh. You can also roll aid. You can defend or aid a character, object, or location in combat. You can give the character +1 forward, take damage, or reduce the damage of an attack that's coming.
I have garbage for body. Oh wait,
It's
no, for breath.
for breath.
Yeah, all right, I'll aid.
You can also add boss to it.
Okay.
Is it garbage or is it compost because you're a mushroom?
I love both equally.
That's
my children.
answer. That's the best answer.
Oh, okay. 13?
13, great. So you gain the hold of 3, so you can have 3 chances to expend one of these. You can give the character +1 forward, i.e. they can add 1 to their next move, which you can add 1 to that if you'd like, if that's something you'd want to do. You can take damage instead of the character, object, or location, which I don't know if you want to do. And then you can also reduce the damage of an attack or an effect by 1 that attempts to damage your target.
Yeah, so I'm just going to aid prey doing whatever they're doing.
Cool. +1, so you get a 9.
Yep.
That doesn't actually do anything. Can I spend another 1 to give them another one?
I think.
You can only do once at a time.
How many boss points do you have right now?
I'm down to 2.
Down to 2. You can expend 1 more and give them 2. Give them 2. You have a 10, so it's a success.
All right, so I'm
What
going
does
to
it look
leap
like?
out and bring Dear Sister down, not to injure actually, but to set it as like a pommel so I can ride the fist.
Okay.
And be like, can you undo when someone tethers to you?
Sorry, what?
If I join with you, can I become free again?
Yeah.
Then I accept.
Oh. Oh shit.
Okay. So time stops. Basically, like all the air rushes out of the room for a second, and you are. At first, you feel like you're kind of cold and drifting in space, and then your entire body floods with this feeling of warmth and comfort. It's like you're sitting in front of a fire in your childhood home, and you can't see them, but you can feel your family all around you. You can kind of hear them, and you know they're chattering happily behind you, and my voice is there.
This is different.
And then we're back.
We must fight as one. You're the best at leading a group. Convince the others.
Oh shit.
I don't even know if this works with demons.
Hey, look, I'm going on a whim here.
You trusted me, I'll trust you. Hey, Lotus?
Yes?
Take my hand. And the same thing happens. You're sort of in this like liminal space, and I'm sitting in front of you, maybe sitting on the ground cross-legged, and I ask you, you've always wanted to be part of someone else and something greater. I can offer you that opportunity. You can take it and be part of all of this. And you're free to leave at any time, but I really hope you don't, because I love you.
Oh. Instead of feeling this sort of like peace and sort of reverence like you felt with prey, you just see this fire sort of growing and sort of reaching forward with these tendrils as though it's going to try to consume everything around it. And it's just sort of like trying to engulf it and consume you.
I withdraw my hand. Right, I can't do this.
I'm gonna use Mantra of Prandiloyal to take control over the scene. And from the direction where Prey is, there's 3 other figures there. What looks to be a woman that you've seen before, and what looks to be Prey but a shadow form looking really curmudgeonly about having to do this. And he's like, do it. It's gonna hurt, it's gonna suck, just do it. and then Prey kicks Jackal's butt to have him fly over, and then the shadow thing grabs on and is like, I don't want to do this. We need to do this. You can consume me just for a couple seconds. Just 30 seconds. 30 seconds, please. And it actually grabs onto the fire a little bit.
So, I don't know if this is actually possible, but the fire will take the sort of like arm, but will like bite it off.
Ooh.
That means Jack on control of the you. I don't know what Jack will do
Oh,
with that.
so. I imagine that Jack will just feign just surprise and then just blink out of existence.
Oh yeah, that's actually a very Jackal thing.
And you just blink out of existence. So
What are you guys doing?
What I'm getting is that you would like to have Aleph give some of their strength for the group.
Yes.
I will allow that instead of taking control, your spores will act as an aid and give everybody either +1 forward or reduce damage, and they can use those as tokens because a lot of it has to deal with a lot of free will, and that's not something that I'm going to handle at this table.
Can Strawberry see what's happening?
Yes.
Great. What the fuck? How are we gonna fight as a team?
You
We
like
can't
it because you landed it after the
Yeah,
thing.
how are we gonna fight as a team? I don't even understand what this one's doing half the time. She's not even here. You guys helped. She did nothing. How are we gonna fight as a team? Not all of us are here. She starts punching the hand that's on the ground.
It's like no, it's just trying to like, it's crawling and like confused.
So I'm still reeling. Like, this is the first time this has ever happened. I've never tried this with a demon. This is terrifying. Like, whatever that was, it's terrifying. It's the same fire. I don't like it. I back away from you.
What does Lotus do?
I'm just gonna say I'm sorry. I've never tried anything like that before either. I don't think it's in either of our best interests. That is not a space that I should be let into or that you should open yourself up to. That would be like the worst sepsis you could possibly imagine if I became part of this collective. And that it's completely outside of my control in that space, except to say that I'm not okay with trying that.
I'll never try that again with you.
Well, we can fight as a team without relinquishing aspects of ourselves over to some sort of mass group collectiveness or something.
Do I have any different perspective? Not being
Yeah. It's just you and me. But if you kind of focus your eyes right, you can see yourself as I'm looking at you. And you can hear me kind of whispering my doubts and fears about Lotus kind of in your head, if you want.
Okay.
It's like a spider brain with the eyeballs. Like, we go on this side and check out what's going on, and go on this side and check out what's going on.
Okay. It's still good. Really trippy. Like, is that Zit? Sorry. Focus that way. You look where Perry's punching. What I want to do is begin to look to see if there's any weak points from two perspectives.
Yes, that arm is just literally on the edge. If you both focus, if two of you can focus an attack on it, it's toast.
Okay. Hey, Barry baby.
What?
I'm gonna do something really stupid, and when I do something really stupid, you do what you do best and punch.
Deal.
And as I do that, I'm going to release the pommel and then fly down from the second hand and just go for a weak point, waiting to time it with Barry's punch.
Cool. What do you do?
So you're coming downward like this. Strawberry just stands right under where the sword is, and then right when they come down, Strawberry jumps around to the top and punches the sword down onto
Oh, great.
10.
8.
8. Great.
+1.
+1.
Nice.
Oh.
Still good. Still good. Collectively, you see. What is this? The sword goes right through it, and then it suddenly disperses into dust. There is no sound. There is the sound of the metal and the blade and maybe stone, but there is no explosion. There's nothing. There is just silence, and one arm is gone.
Strawberry looks over to Lotus. That's teamwork. You should try it sometime.
And then the other hand starts going towards them. What do you do, Lotus? The other hand's like that prey jumped off of is like turns around and is about to go palm first into these two.
Yeah, so I mean,
What do you do?
thinking in response to what Strawberry said, I'm very confused because I was like, I thought I was helping when I was attacking the god and
When
trying.
you were tasting the god.
I'm using my own strengths. You know, I'm not as punchy as some other people. So I'm a little bit like, and that I feel like is a hit to sort of my team morale. So while feeling like I was really sort of giving myself in this space and like doing the things that I am the most talented at, and then get this sort of reaction, I feel like, oh, maybe I'm not a part of this team. Because I'm just like, this is... And so I'm kind of like distracted. But I will just try to use my flame again.
And it's kind of like a delayed reaction because
Yeah.
so it almost seems like it's at the last moment, and then
I'll use my pyromancy again.
cool. Do you use the staff as well?
Yeah.
Cool. Roll for it.
And can I use this as well?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yes. You'll take 1 damage after using the staff, but it will it'll.
That was boxcars.
It's totally boxcars. Dropped in
It's all
the
3 of
ground.
them.
It was
Count all 3.
boxcars.
They're all the same.
All right. So I got 15.
Good. And you guys, as both of you, sorry, not you guys, both of you, the arm is dispersed, and right as Strawberry is finishing what he's trying to tell Lotus, there's suddenly just shadow that grows under you, and you're like, oh, fuck. And then fire. What does it look like? What do you send at it?
So it would normally look like something very sort of sparkly and beautiful and crystalline because I'm trying to channel this happiness, friendship energy, but in this space where I feel sort of like wounded and like maybe I don't actually belong here, it instead just looks like this black flame that sort of just engulfs it and turns it to ash.
Oh, good. Yes, it does. It absolutely does. You see that shadow, and then suddenly another shadow, and just it consumes it from palm up into
so
nothing,
cool.
and there is no smoke. It just simply stops. And then
And I'm sort of a little bit flaming again, but this is sort of like because of this emotional intensity that I'm sort of in, and I'm all sort of thrown for a loop. And for a second, it looks as though I was about to fire again, but just like at everybody. Because I was still so in this moment of like, well, I have to be useful, and I have to fight, and then I realize, oh wait, no, the fight is over.
the bubbliness, the softness that you've seen, that you've been so used to with Lotus, is all of a sudden this. You would say cold, except it burns you. This gaze that stares across from you with an arrow.
Prey's gonna stand in front of the left.
Well, I mean, like,
Yeah,
it's just
is
an
it?
instant, and I
Yeah.
put it down, and then I'm like...
Yeah, but it's like almost like this instinctually.
Yeah.
Hey, God. That's as close as you're going to get to teamwork. Plus, we're going to keep breaking pieces of you until you just get inside the rock.
Stone. The stone face that is inside the wall looks to you. You don't really mean that about your friends.
Don't mean what?
that you don't need them.
I never
This is
said I
what
don't
you
need my
hear in your
friends.
head. You
Oh.
can say in the head.
Can I respond back?
Yeah,
in my-
but it sounds like it's going around, so you can respond.
Okay.
It'll be out loud though. But,
Okay.
you don't mean that about your friends.
Mean what?
That you don't need them.
I never said I don't need my friends. I just said I'm becoming aware of who my friends are.
And speak with them. And the god begins to glimmer and glow. As the conversation is happening with Strawberry, you also hear, full of surprises.
What does it sound like?
It's a gravelly voice. It's a gravelly dark voice.
Meh, I just go on whim. Felt like the right thing to do at the time.
The whims of yours is not the whims of others.
And I'm starting to learn that still. It felt like the right thing to do. I'm not gonna deny myself any longer.
There's like the nod of affirmation.
Can I hear this?
Yes.
What the hell is that?
So, remember when I was trying to tell you everything? And then, like, just in your mind for a second, the entire story of Prey is just diagrammed out, which is way too complex for a minute, but you can just understand that Prey's not a normal human at all.
You need a pray flow chart with like the arrows. Like if yes, then this way. If no, then over here.
And that is like a very stretched out part of time, which I imagine you guys are like, what the fuck is this? It's like little just like flashes of emotions and explanations. Just like flowcharts don't work in emotions. You hear, oh boy, you are strength that others might not understand, but they will see in time. Little one.
So am I understanding that this is like the god or something else entirely?
It's the gravelly voice. It feels like the sensations of the creatures you spoke to in the maze and in the throne. So.
Okay.
But together in your own way is victory. And the light begins to fade from you, unless you have a retort for it.
No, I just got like big black, like actually acid tears coming down now.
And Aleph, you hear, you have come far with your family, and there is much more to you than meets anyone's eye, and you have far to go. What greatness you will achieve. And there is the flash of light, and the key lifts up on its own accord, and the light joins with the other two. And it floats back down. It's like the Triforce, and we're gonna take a break, because it's like 9. We still have much to wrap up, it's not over yet. Thank you guys, it's kind of a longer stretch, because I was thinking about, like, maybe I should take a break
I don't have to
before
run to
this
the bathroom
battle,
at all.
and then I was like, oh shit, oh wait, where did the thing go? Oh, it's not night. Wait, what is this?
I
I
literally
lost
might run out of
Streamlabs.
here.
Help.
I've drank a lot of water.
Oh,
I
wait.
literally might run away.
Oh wait, I
but
found
love
it. Never
you
mind.
all.
I found it again. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Stephanie
You got it.
troubleshooted.
You got it.
You got the touch.
You got the power. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna load up some donations. Gonna read them out, and then we're gonna go take a bathroom break, get some water, hang out. Just give me a second. Come on, computer, you're doing just great.
I believe in you, computer.
Controller controls the
You guys are
beat.
amazing. Down. Do. A lot of donations, and my scrolly button doesn't work. Oh my gosh, you guys. What the
You
fuck?
guys are great.
You guys are really great.
Appreciate
This is
the,
still
the
like-
donations. We're just having a little
Okay.
technical difficulties.
Whoa. Okay. There it is. All right. Evelyn Batrivka starting us off with $25. Eat, pray. Eat, killing optional. First in Lotus's case, drunk but here and loving you all. Oh, Evelyn, are you
Yay.
okay? But thank you. But
Yeah,
please,
are you okay?
self-care. Gritty Weasley, $5. I just wanted you all to know that if you make me cry tonight, I will disown all of you. I'm not even joking. No one makes me cry my own tears. Don't you even think about making me cry. Do you hear me?
Grinny.
Grinny.
Grinny,
And then-
you love us. You can't get rid of us. You can cry.
And
Grinsky
then
Nakamura.
we got a donation from Bumpy the Trash Toad for $5.
Yes.
Hey, Papa Strawberry.
Hi.
Please be careful in the spooky ghost place, please. I need you to take good care of me. I'm yours forever now. You aren't allowed to die, okay? I love you, Papa. Thanks, Gritty.
Aw.
That was Gritty.
Bumpy.
Thank you, thank you. Pumpkin with 1428. I got nothing. Insert Bumpy's message here.
Ah, Bumpy.
Heavy breathing, I think, is the
I
second.
like to imagine that it's like Bumpy made you a card and it's one of the cards you can record your own greeting.
Yeah.
Okay, and go.
This is stifled breathing.
Okay, go. Okay.
Next is Evelyn Butrivka with $5.
Very-
Is this subscribing? I think so, but I'm not getting any demon emotes. Y'all are on point tonight, by the way.
Aw.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love this crew. Pumpkin with 1428. I believe that this was already mentioned as canon, but I would like to ship Blood Mohawk and Murder Mullet. I hope this
Yes.
will cover both shipping and handling fees.
Nice.
I like to think this entire time they are making out vigilantly.
100%.
Vigilantly.
Vigilantly.
Yes. I mean, they're not shirking on their duties at all, but they're totally making out.
Next up is Feed Lotus a God Fund for $5. For just $5 a day, you can feed a little blue demon. There is at least one blue demon who needs to be fed because they have an insatiable hunger, and your donations help them get fed. Maybe your donation can get her a God Eye. Feed Lotus today. Thanks, Grinny. Next, we got Cautionary Tales, 1428. You know who that is. Wasn't there something in the first season that might be a bit of a warning against eating a gods? Perhaps even tasting them might be a bad idea. I don't really want Lotus taken over by a grotesque arm.
Oh.
Oh, there will be consequences. We will roll for it.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yep, we're
Yeah.
gonna roll for it.
Oh.
Gritty Weasley, $5. Fridays at 7. Join Lotus, Strawberry, Aleph, and Prey as they show you what it's like to be friends and kill a king. My Little Demon, Friendship is Violence, only on GeekSpaceTV.
No, it was shirking. That was the first one.
Yeah,
Friendship is
I
fine.
heard it.
And then Pumpkin
It's
with
like the music,
1428. Catch the Clash of Titans, a small blue demon known as Strawberry, a newcomer to our arena, facing down the renegade champion. The sound. That's right. That's right, folks. This battle will be a battle of the sound and the fury. Catch it on CDD at 12 tonight. You guys are great.
Demon. Damascus?
Damascus. It's probably a machine. It's a TV machine. It's a demon machine. That's what it is.
DNN. Demon News Network. How you doing?
And with that, we're gonna go take a break. Gonna do 10 minutes. We'll be back at 9:28. Probably even closer to 9:30. But get some water, go stretch, get some snacks. I'll be right back.
Whoop.
welcome back. You guys had a good time getting out, get at least some fresh air, some water. I mean, I got water because hydration's important, and I haven't been drinking it today.
This
so
is
I'm
like
gonna
water,
drink
right?
some. Sure, yeah.
I
Yeah.
am drinking a big.
It's water. It's been sitting with beans.
Bean water.
I'm gonna try to drink this at the same time.
No. I watched you smash LaCroix cans on stage and chug them. I don't trust you.
You like Stone Cold
You're
Steve
gonna be
Austin?
so burpy.
Should I take
Can we
these
continue the
away?
introduction, please?
No, you should just stop drinking. You can stop
No.
drinking.
You
Okay,
just told me
fine.
to stay
Hi.
hydrated. You just said drink.
Hi, welcome back. I'm Steph. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at SourForDrunky. I'm DMing this crew, and oh my god, I think Marcus might die. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Kate, Army of Meat on Twitter, and everyone got to meet my mom during the break.
Yeah.
That was
Cute.
awesome.
Sorry, the internet, you didn't get to meet my mom. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future I'll bring her in. Will not dress her up though. She will be very upset if I try. I'm playing Aleph, the boss, who's kind of on her own right now, but whatever.
not your own anymore.
I have a new family member in Prey, which is
Horrifying.
weird.
Yeah.
We're just kind of like
Just collecting identities. I'm Aria. You can find me on Twitter at Genki Soda. I tweet about all kinds of things. Lots of memes, lots of jokes, lots of random long posts. Not hot takes, long takes.
Real long takes, and they're hot too. Real burning.
And today I am playing Lotus, who's a tiny blue demon who is the hunger, and she is just an all-consuming flame, even if she doesn't want to be. And right now she's got a lot of feelings. I don't know what to do with them.
Hi, my name is Algernon Bolin. You can catch me at Algernon Bolin, and I'm playing Prey the Lion, who is the Fated. They are bound by fate, but at the same time can control it, and they also are a hot mess.
Hi, I'm Marcus, or Drunkly. You can follow me at Drunkly Romantic. I am playing Strawberry, Candy, Sweetheart, Daffodil, Murderface.
Ding!
And and I'm a little blue demon who's very good at punching, but very bad at processing emotions. Hi.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is the second half of our season finale. Def, if you're just joining us, hi! This is probably confusing and epic, but you can definitely go check out the comic book that this game world is based around. It's Kill 6 Billion Demons. Go check out the Patreon. The artist is amazing. He also created the Powered by the Apocalypse hack that we're running, Broken Worlds. And so we're going to get straight to it. You have just punched through the god being known
Damn
as Unyetu, and his flame has descended and joined the key. And now 3 of the 4 rings are lit, of the smaller rings are lit.
What was the name of the first god?
First one was Undamu.
So we have one where yes is the last one. I just realized that. And I'm actually saying that out loud.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying it really spacey because I'm actually hearing myself talk.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that we are going against a white flame. Oh my god, I'm actually smarter now. This is amazing. It's like I have all these tumbled thoughts, but I can see them from the outside now. Yep. So it's gonna be one of the angelic elements because that's what Yes does. Un is more of chaos.
No, Un
Oh,
is white. Yes
I'm
is
actually
black.
opposite.
Yeah.
Oops.
No, that's you. We haven't realized it. Oh wait, no.
Opposite. So that means we have one more chaos. You go, which means stuff. All right, there goes the age of brilliance. It was like a beautiful fire that's fading away like a feather.
Strawberry grabs Bumpy's leash and walks in a random direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk off in a different direction.
You go with that one.
You go with that one.
Yep.
Meet back here.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll be in touch.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. As you split off, behind you in the center of the room, a void begins to spread and catch up, and you are all engulfed in darkness, and all you see is the person next to you.
Homie! I'm used to darkness and voids. Gulfs of nothingness.
Are you gonna come with us?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to try to be helpful and find the next one. God that we needed to get.
Oh. Okay. I guess we can search in this direction.
Do I hear what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
It is like a far off whisper, though. It's like hearing someone in another room, and it's
Did you hear our
foggy.
conversations though?
Ye-
That's
You know, we have a walkie-talkie now.
Yeah, you guys.
fun. could you go meet Meep though, so we know who's talking?
Meep meep.
Over.
Meep meep. I think that's bullshit. I think there's unresolved tensions going on. Meep,
And
meep.
it's like a crackling walkie-talkie where it's too far away, but you get parts of it and feel it. But it's more of the feeling than hearing, is what I imagine. Because this void is very all-encompassing.
Prey is dubious.
Good. You try to search? Do you guys try to search?
Yeah, let's...
Okay.
I mean, I thought I smelled something in this direction. That's why I went this way.
It is whatever you had sensed or smelled before. It is gone now, but you can choose to investigate the void, the blackness. You're surrounded in. You like can't particularly make out the ground, but yeah, you are standing, and it's like being.
Can I try to cut the universe?
Yes. I'm trying to see. You do try, but it doesn't slash through this void. Your arrow never hits anything, and it flies forever. You can try again and in different ways, but you cannot cut through this void, this blackness. It's really weird. Your spells do not land on anything or touch or affect anything in this void.
Lotus, there's nothing here. We should just head back and join the others.
Oh, I think this void is everywhere now.
I can still feel prey over there.
Right, I mean, they're still here, but we're all in this void space.
Let's just get back to them. I know what Strawberry said hurt your feelings.
I'm more just, focused on the mission. Just trying to get it over with. We can all go home.
Yeah, but we have to see this through together.
Yep. The sooner it's over, the sooner we can go home. Just trying to find the next whatever for the next key thing, whatever, and then we can kill something, and then it'll be great. And I will start walking back towards wherever. Is walking actually possible here, or like happening?
It's like you're doing the actions, but you can't tell if you're going anywhere or if you're moving. You do move farther away from the left, and you keep walking. But then if you keep going and keep going, at some point that distance stays the same.
All right.
You can keep walking, just the distance never changes.
If you get the single word push, push, push over and over again, as if Prey's like trying to yell into the walkie-talkie.
Come on. Let's go together. I won't take your hand, but if you want a piggyback ride,
I'm okay. I'm walking back towards the other ones.
Roll breath really quick, and we're gonna shift scenes.
I got an 8.
8? Okay. Shift to you. Surrounded by this void, blackness. Yet you're standing, you see each other. Bumpy is there. Bumpy's there.
Are you keeping a walk?
What?
Are you just keeping walking?
Oh yeah, I'm walking.
At some point, the distance just stops.
As soon as I notice it doesn't stop, I'm just gonna stop, sit down, take out a pipe, and begin to light it, and just puff, Just waiting.
And this is like, so it's am I wrong in assuming it's kind of like a treadmill where I'm just walking in
Yeah,
place?
there's a limit. You hit the skybox and you just keep.
Yeah, it's true. Strawberry just keeps running
There's
through
a
the
treadmill
invisible
at the skybox.
wall. Yeah. just keeps walking.
You know, you're gonna keep doing that.
I like to believe, real quick, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Strawberry's walking, but Bumpy has sat down.
Yeah, Bumpy sat down. Bumpy's
sitting
like,
down.
no, and just Bumpy's like,
I like that Bumpy just make pug sounds. It's perfect stuff. Yeah, so.
You done yet?
No.
Okay. I'm only gonna die of old age over here.
Don't talk about that.
You got to face it eventually. I'm gonna grow old and die if I don't die by violence first.
Well, lucky for both of us, then, I guess, that we're gonna die together fighting a king.
Yeah, except you're gonna come back.
We can always turn you into one of those weird abominations that the... Is that too soon of a joke about mortality? Mortality's weird for me.
Nope, I got used to it long ago, but... About old age, I'm kind of tired of you not facing emotions, and if we're gonna die, I want you to start facing yourself a little bit.
Me.
Yes.
To face my emotions.
Yep.
What emotions?
The ones you're displaying right now.
Frustration?
Yep.
Feeling upset?
Yep. Let's talk about it.
Okay, talk. Let's talk. Talk is the best way to solve all of our problems.
Sometimes.
Walking.
Yeah, I'm sitting.
Strawberry walks faster.
you
Still
do.
not moving, but just
Just
makes
Bumpy
a,
just
Strawberry
looks
makes
at
a
you.
point of moving faster.
He's like, wait, just his little tail.
I mean, you can burn calories all you want, or you can come over here. I have 2 lollipops left. Could be the last 2 in the entirety of the underside. Just us here.
Strawberry slows his pacing down and just kind of walks backwards, but still just kind of walks closer to you, but still walking in place.
Held out the lollipop. Ah,
Strawberry
fine.
breaks it in half with his tongue and throws it half of it over. Mostly the stick part, though. But it's got that nice lollipop flavor.
It's just like a pit bull, just like, eat all with it.
There you go, Bumpy. Bumpy likes sticks.
Yeah. Bumpy's very dog-like. It's really weird. Do I know what dogs are?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, just make sure.
Pretty sure they would have made it past at least one gate. Yeah.
It's like a pug.
A what?
A pug, you know, short, nose is like this. This. A pug. Anyway,
It's Bumpy.
yeah, Bumpy. Very cool, despite the fact that it looks like me wants to devour me every once in a while.
Nah.
Lick, lick.
His eyes like stare at you for a second, tucks his head and like blink, blink.
Look,
What?
I'm not a professional therapist, and I'm really not good or qualified at handling people's emotions. But ever since the spikes, you go ahead. You want to.
I want to be done.
I don't think rushing ahead is gonna make it done any faster or easier.
It's been consistently working for me thus far.
Yeah, how long is thus far? The last day, 2 days?
I beat up a god.
You did. Or, you know, maybe because we worked together, we won.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it.
I'm just saying, gods are never as simple as meets the eye. They're duplicitous by nature. They embody a concept, and you don't just beat them by playing in brute force. There's a game to be played in.
Well, then we better find this next god and play his game.
Maybe we should figure ourselves out before the last one, because I don't think we barely made the last one. We barely made it.
Why is all this talking always have to happen? It's boring, it's circular, and it gets us ultimately nowhere. To the point where I just have to hide exactly what I feel so we can keep on moving. I'd rather just walk and punch. It's what I'm good at, it's what I'm good for, and I'm gonna keep doing it until I die.
Yeah, and you get to come back. You know what I didn't get to do? I didn't get to tell Sifa what I thought about her, and now she's dead. And maybe she'll come back, but it won't be the same Sifa I knew. That Sifa is in the ground. She doesn't know how much I loved her or hated her. She didn't know how much I lusted after her or thought she was disgusting. She knew what I showed her.
Strawberry punches the ground as hard as he can. That's a 9.
A 9. It's like punching air, but it makes no sense because you're standing, and you just punch. And you punch again, punch again. There's no sound, there's no
nothing.
contact.
No
You're just
feeling,
punching.
nothing.
No,
tactile.
even if it's the ground, you're standing on it. You're standing right on that same ground, and if you punch where your foot is, like, you're still going through.
That's part of the problem, I think, is that we get so far, we say the happy words, we talk about friendship, we talk about bonds, we talk about how much we mean to each other, and the second it gets hard, that's when we withdraw within ourselves and we go back to our base nature. It happens every time. I push Lotus, and eventually I don't know where I'm at. I'm confused. I push you, you get angry, you get sullen, you keep walking. And I'm sure as hell know that when something goes weird with me, I'm gonna go back to the bottle because it's always there. I'm just saying, just because it feels circular doesn't mean that nothing's getting done.
How long have we been together? How long since Sifa? How long since the boss left?
It feels like a lifetime, but honestly, I think it's only been months. Time's weird in Throne. I have
Doesn't
3
matter. It doesn't matter. We talk. And yeah, we fall back on the same patterns and things. But we keep talking, and we keep talking, and we keep talking, and we keep not saying anything. We speechify, and we ramble, and we rant, and we make excuses for ourselves. It doesn't matter. Nothing's changing. Nothing feels right. I just want to get this over with so I can do it again. And if you're keep talking about how you're not going to be around, then maybe you shouldn't come.
That's not your choice, baby. I made my peace with that long ago. Even if you didn't see it that way, as soon as I hitched my wagon with yours, it's a one-way train. And maybe that's the way we see it differently, is that you have eternity to punch. I have a few years. You know what? They're going to be a hell of a few years. They're going to be fun and scary and terrifying. And God knows that I would not rather be anywhere except with you doing them. Which is why I want you to talk, because if you don't talk, I don't get to hear what you really think or say until it's too late.
Just like with the boss.
Just like with the boss. That's why me and LF have a connection. Actually, it's quite literal right now, and it's actually really cool. Like, I can close my eyes right now and go, she's there.
It's
like,
hazy. It's hazy, but yes, you can.
Like, yep, 2 degrees. But before that,
Pretty weird.
I mean, like, this spore thing is a hell of a drug. Let me tell you that. No, but before that, there's a connection there. Maybe it's because we have mortality, maybe, but there was this moment, and I can remember distinctly, that when I understand what she wanted and what she needed, and she could see me, nothing else mattered. And sometimes I don't think even we've been there. And I want to be there with you, because you are the most important thing in my life, Barry. And Lotus is the most important thing in my life. And sometimes, yeah, we talk and we run in circles, and sometimes I feel like we're never going to catch each other, but I'd rather try. I'd rather talk, because what's going to change if we don't try?
The thing that you're not getting, and I think no one is getting, is that I have been trying. I have been trying to pretend like everything is fine, and like the answers that I'm getting are sufficient, and I don't want to do it anymore. I just want to do the thing. And that's why I'm going to keep doing the thing. Or else, what do you want me to say? That I don't trust Lotus? Because I don't. I try really hard. I don't.
It makes you feeling better. I don't even think Lotus trusts Lotus sometimes.
Great. more circles.
Not circles, just nature. I mean, so you gotta bear with me here because this is when the whole mortality thing limits me into a box. I only know my life, but she's lived a long time with a lot of power. And that power means nothing. It takes... We're blinking an eye, from my understanding of that. Just a blink, and you're asking a lot of her to change her inherent nature overnight. I'm not saying this as an excuse because she frustrates the hell out of me and she scares me. And you know what? Nothing scares me because I'm fearless and brave. An epic sword fighter. Never forget the last one. But she terrifies me sometimes, especially in those moments that I think she doesn't think anyone else is looking. Because she, you know what? At least she's trying too. Because she is trying. I don't think you can choose to trust that. If that could happen, all of her problems would just go away. And just try to learn from her. That's all I'm asking. Maybe you'll see something that I'm missing, or I'm gonna see something that...
You know what I'm seeing that I think you're missing?
What?
That she ate part of you and didn't seem to care about your feelings. You know what the part that I'm missing is that when we need help, she's usually thinking about herself. And I know that she's the hunger. And I know that she's got something that she can't necessarily control, and I can't expect her to. But when I need someone to have my back, I'm not going to look at her. So I'll continue to try to trust, try to be better. Because you feel like garbage.
Barry, roll breath.
3.
Okay. Okay. Before we flash back, there's all of a sudden it's like feeling a quiver shake through the void that you're in. And you both experience what happened in the golem shop. As each other together, as a whole, in the encompassing experience, you feel everything. And with that, we'll switch back to here. And what is it that Aleph is trying to reach out to Lotus, and what is Lotus like? What is grappling at her right now? What feeling is most intensely nagging in her brain?
I think for Lotus, it's sort of like this feeling of almost powerlessness of being fundamentally like misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
So like with the way Aleph came to talk to me about like going in this one direction, it almost was like to Lotus felt like patronizing. Like I'm not just storming off like some like sort of frustrated child. It's like, no, I'm actually trying to do this productive thing, and I'm trying to go in the direction that I think we should go. And I'm like, why is my going off seen so much more moody than somebody else's? And like, what is that? And
And that's happened. And I also remember like that has happened like all the way like the last like session where like all your suggestions have been like reverbalized by another person. You're just like, ah.
yeah.
So in like just like there's the ripple that happens. It's kind of you feel the air just it's like an earthquake, kind of like the seismic wave through the void, and you would also feel the static weirdness of this too. You see the moments when you had been blinked away into the garden, moments where Lotus had felt that feeling that she's just described, that I know what I'm doing, but misunderstood. I am trying to do things for people and being misunderstood, and then you see that final fight with the arrow, and that moment that you saw her leveled at both Prey and Strawberry for a second. What felt like intent was something else. And then friendship, and it snaps back.
Did you
feel that.
Yeah, lots of things sort of get lost in these voids. Or they're not exactly, I don't know. It's more like an echo chamber. Anything we brought in here with us, I think will be reflected back at us.
I saw what happened during that fight.
What exactly are you referring to?
I saw you take aim and then hesitate.
What exactly? I'm not sure I follow the sort of purpose of this train.
To be frank, I'm terrified beyond belief of you. But I get the impression that you're a lot more capable and a part of this team than you let on. And I haven't traveled with you all very long, but I'm I don't know how you manage to hold back everything that you do just to keep from eating and devouring and killing everyone and everything. But the fact that you do is unbelievable.
Well, thanks. I mean, it's complicated. Yes, there is the sort of unending hunger, but there are more than one type of hunger. There's not just hunger for food and consumption in a sort of visceral manner. There's hunger for knowledge. There's hunger for power. There's hunger for connection and friendship and hunger for achievement. Sort of doesn't really matter. It's hunger. And so eating is just the easiest one to sort of interact with. The rest of them require participation from others, whereas I can't demand that from people all the time. You know, that would be a big burden to put on people, so I focus on the one that I can sort of take care of on my own, as so not to burden others with my sort of curse, as you might put it.
I don't know if it's a curse. I mean, we all have things in our nature that maybe don't play super well with others. But you don't have to do everything on your own. You don't have to channel all that into yourself.
Oh, I mean, I don't think I have to do it all on my own. And in fact, I don't want to. I don't want to be sort of all-powerful or a hero or a symbol or any of those things. I've sort of done a lot of that. That's why I'm not interested in seeking power anymore.
That's not what I mean. I mean, you can trust the people around you to care about you and give you companionship and not be a burden on them. People are here to help you. Prey would literally die for you. They've said it numerous times. I'm actually a little concerned about that, to be honest. And Strawberry is very, very, very angry. But I think that anger comes from well, I'm not even going to try to pull apart that particular mess, but
Working on it.
he cares a lot about everyone, and he just wants all of us to care as much as he does. And part of that is, yeah, like, you're not a burden. Hell, I'm a burden. I can't do much. You're far more capable than I am. You have so much more knowledge. You can let people carry some of your weight.
Well, I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts that I could share, but in a certain way it's frustrating. Sometimes feel like you all really only want to listen to me talk when it's me talking about being unhappy rather than talking about me wanting to share information or knowledge or anyway. But, you know, I'm not sure what it serves. But I would say that I know it's not that I consider myself as fundamentally as a burden. It's more that I respect all of you as full and complete individuals, and that me and my baggage do not have to be dumped at your feet simply because you associate with me. That I would want to build, say, consent in these spaces. And if I have to interact with this sense of hunger all the time, the one that's the most socially acceptable and the least worrisome for people and the least sort of demanding of people is food, and I stick with that until a relationship develops in which other things become appropriate. But not because I fundamentally see myself as a burden, more that I don't want to actually create one in someone else's life.
But I think your actions can be misconstrued as selfishness, as fickleness. Like, people don't understand that you're carrying your own baggage. They just see you walking away from them carrying something.
Well, I mean, people could ask. People could recognize that just like everyone else, I am a full and complex individual, and I don't know. There's only so much that I can do.
I suppose so.
Roll breath. Left.
9.
Cool. Switch back, and the whirlwind that ensues of everything that happened, and you feel not just yourselves, but everyone else at the same time, but also separate. You see Aleph, you see Lotus above, consuming more Morum, but doing so not simply of hunger, but to gain information and help. You watch Aleph as she is able to keep the key and keep it safe. You watch as Prey dives in more reckless than before to get to their friend, and you see Strawberry. Fury incarnate, rage, sadness, despair, helplessness. And the swirls about you together, and just like a storm revealing away, it washes out. What sucks for Prey is that there's a little bit of the echo
Oh.
that happens too.
The pipe goes down. The water comes out. And before, while they were like kind of parceling out like it's a precious treasure, this one's uncorking this. Ooh, that is emotional whiplash, right? That was. Is that what you like feel all the time?
Yeah.
You know, so two things. One, wow, and like other is like bravo for keeping it so well together. Because I thought you were just, this is you acting out a little bit, and that was just like an outlash.
Nope.
That's
I have
a
feelings.
That. Yes, you have one or two feelings. I mean, not that many. I mean, not at all.
I think I have 6, and 2 of them are punching.
So, I feel like part of me wants to be really sardonic and sarcastic right now because that's my normal fallback mechanism. I don't think I felt intensely as a tenth of what you feel sometimes.
Yeah.
That's amazing and scary. And like, wow.
And it's been getting worse lately.
Yeah. Yours is the fury. Have you ever thought outlets for these?
Yeah, punching.
Punching's good. I mean, punching's really good, but like, do you know how much energy is in there? Potential.
Yeah. You see that? You saw that big thing that destroyed your hand and nearly you?
Yeah.
That's the potential. And that's why I gotta keep it bottled up inside.
I don't even think that's your potential. I think that's a drop in the bucket.
That's the only thing I've seen. It's the only great strength I've known. And that's not even a small piece of it.
Oh, this is great. Oh,
Am I misreading human things?
I mean, no, this is definitely a prey
like
thing right
hugs,
now. Oh, hi. Oh, you're fuzzy right now.
Yeah, a little prickly. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I only drew about 3 drops of blood this time. Not that bad.
Keep it away from Bumpy.
His pupils kind of dilate for a second.
Candy. Meat candy.
No. I understand a little bit more. I mean, this is scary. I mean, all right, let me get the string straight between me and you right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not underselling anything you're feeling right now, but I didn't see it, and now I see a little piece of it. But I see it from a different angle, maybe. You see punching. You know what stories, if I had that much energy, I could tell. I could write an epic that will last longer than 3 generations of gods. They could be stories like the stories you tell of you soon, with that much energy you have. Not working. I'm just saying.
Does Strawberry make that noise?
Yeah, Strawberry tries to give him some energy. Hold on.
Okay,
it's
you
cut.
can
No,
roll
I'm kidding.
breath.
No, I'm not gonna.
Okay. Does he make the noise?
I did roll and I got a 2, so
Oh.
I got snake eyes.
So you make the noise.
All right.
tried.
I don't think it's that easy, but I'm just saying, and I don't even know if I'm even capable. Maybe a human vessel with that much energy would just explode, because there are limits to the flame. That one sets. I'm just saying that you've had dealt a really shitty hand. Like, I'm talking like 2s and 3s. Like, and that has defined your ages for a long time. But this might not be the only way. You are the Fury, and we think of Fury as unbridled anger, unbridled rage, and violence. And I think that will always be true, but Fury means so much more. Like, yours is the fury of creation itself. Think about that. You can be the sun. You just always give. You are vibrancy. You bring out everything, and we respond to that. You are fire-like and different than what maybe Lotus is, and what Sifa, like, if Sifa is the culmination of expression, and Lotus is the consumption, the hunger. Yours is life, but we always assume this by angels and demons. We keep this binary. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to define yourself purely by a single adjective. You are not following anything I'm saying right now, are you?
What? No, I was listening.
Uh-huh.
I was listening. My face just felt tingly because the void.
Yeah.
Got the void tingles.
I'm saying, right, let's start over from the beginning because I think I'm getting off to tangents.
Okay.
Let's try it from the other angle. I felt you. What did you feel about me?
Trust. Love.
What did you feel from?
Horny?
Just saying.
But that's what usually I feel from you anyway. You're messy. You got that vibe.
One does not deny one's nature.
I am not judging you.
Thank you.
I respect your choices.
Now let's try something a little easy again. Aleph, what did you feel there?
Fear.
And what else? Because there's more there.
Longing.
Yes. There's more there though. Dig deeper. Look. Focus on the memory of the key. Of the chaos and everything going on. What was her first instinct?
I don't know if this is gonna work, Prey.
Is an exercise. So, I don't think it's gonna be fast, but just think on it, like, and then think about Lotus too, in that moment. All right. Okay.
You know what it feels like to unhinge your jaw now.
It's. All right. Let's not think as deeply. Let's think less physically and more existential. Less. You could really do that with. Oh, wow. I didn't know all that could fit in a single. Oh.
Okay.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh geez.
You okay there?
I've learned something new today. I'm never eating meat again. I'm a vegetarian now. I'm definitely a vegetarian. But there's something there. And that's, I think what I'm trying to get at is just the understanding. Because maybe we've been talking and we don't have baselines. We're trying to explain each other. We're trying to define what we are in words, and that's not working well. So I'm trying to figure out where to start from because
I pay attention.
Yeah.
A lot. I see things. I don't talk about them, but I see them. And there's a lot of things that I've seen that I haven't liked. And I've tried to say that I'm the problem, that I need to stop feeling this way. But I can't. And I keep seeing it over and over and over again. So I'm gonna solve the problem by punching my way through anything that gets in my way. We're gonna kill a king, and we'll sort out the pieces from there.
Alright, last salvo and then we'll walk, really. I promise. Have you ever considered that reverting to punching is the same cyclical nature as talking?
Yeah, but it's more fun. I'm self-aware.
You really are. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I always picked you, like, here, and you're, like, here, and, like, I'm here. Like,
I understand the cosmos on a level that most people couldn't dream of.
can you do me at least one favor? And as I say this, Prey begins to stand and start walking again slowly. Just, like, casually as if they never sat down at all.
Yeah.
Let's try just talking, just a little bit, just one-on-ones, little bite-sized pieces. Not trying to make cosmic changes. Let's just have chats and figure each other out more. Because I think maybe our first problem is... Here's a saying I learned as a kid. How do you eat an elephant? Other than
unhinging the
Lotus.
jaw.
Yeah, not that.
I've never have I seen an elephant?
Yeah.
They made it through with the dogs. they teamed
They
up.
probably did. I'm like,
Well, Noah's Ark.
you've seen, yeah, there's a huge ship that came through the gates one day, and you're like, what the fuck?
like,
Unicorns?
dogs.
That's where all the
What the fuck?
unicorns went. The boat that had the unicorns in them and the mystical things flew through a gate. Canon! So,
So the pink elephants.
pink elephants. Yes, they were pink elephants. Okay,
I think-
pink elephants and unicorn.
I think the answer to your question that you want is to chop it up into small bite-sized pieces, but frankly, I just want to ride the elephant.
I mean,
I wouldn't.
elephants are really cute, so I mean, I don't hold that against you, but I think the saying is,
I like that they have face stabbers.
I think a little bit, like, one of our problems, and this is totally, this is normal people's lives. Like, we're talking about perceivers and servitors. Like, they're down here. We're kind of epic.
Yeah.
Like, we got some superpowers.
Yeah, we beat up a god. We met 3 gods today.
And we're gonna be a 4th. That's, like, pretty damn awesome. But it means that we perceive ourselves, rather, with these epic problems. We try to solve them the only way we know how, with these sweeping changes, and I think you're right. It's not working. We can't say, you're broken, let's fix each other in one conversation. So
Thank you.
let's start with little conversations first.
Okay, deal.
Pinky promise? Sorry, good pinky promise. Because I lost my finger.
Roll breath, but add a dice since you drank the water.
Oh, yeah. Drink that water.
Do I have a reroll left? How many?
Oh, I didn't go in there.
If
I
you
believe-
would like to give your power die to do that,
I kind of want to, but I also would rather save. I'm sorry, I'm going to save it for a bit.
That's fine. I got 4 then because I have -1 breath, so
what'd you get?
4.
A 4?
Yeah.
I'm changing my mind.
Team carry and team like what? Okay. God, these guys rolled high.
Usually, I've been rolling really high.
As you were walking, there suddenly you walk forward, and right where you think it would stop, there's suddenly a slow churning, and the blackness slowly blows away as if there's a wind, and you are again together. And in front of you is you've heard stories of Maman, of a kind one that is old beyond time. But what stands before you is something older and grander than him.
It's Gigamemon.
Yeah, it's a very big. This kind one is enormous and looms, and it is. I'm trying to think. Where would you find yourself? In the center of the city, the tallest spire, and you see everything is gilded, is red and gold and bright, and the sun is out, and the air is fresh. And at the very top, in a platform that is, you sit in the center platform, and around you is an immense courtyard, and she takes all of it. And you are at eye level, with a face that is not blind, but bright, and a single burning flame.
It's the god.
Is a kindly person. A god is. Hold this. And I take the end of the rope that's on Dear Sister, and Prey actually full speed runs and jumps out of the building, and is like, kindly person, high five!
Oh, roll push.
Can I use Bumpy's leash on Prey?
Sure.
So we're trying to wrap around Prey's legs and pull
What do
him
you
back.
get?
Say.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna-
sorry, they're gonna need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You try and you're like, oh no, I misjudged. And he just like watches you
8.
start to fall. 8.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
You get them right at the last moment around like their foot, and it just slips a little because their shoe begins to come up. It tightens right on there, and they like fall dangle, and they definitely hit the wall underneath
Well,
twice.
Prey
Blap.
is just all grins.
Blap.
Ella.
You take 2 damage.
Oh,
Ella would know, like, now distinctly now, Prey really, really likes kindly folk. They are the coolest people ever. And a giant one is, like, giant awesome to them.
that is so canon. It hurts.
Damage. I'm out of stamina.
Oh no!
It's okay. She's not. You do not feel a malicious nature from her.
Hi.
She's almost happy to see you all. It's like this enveloping, very almost motherly feeling from her.
Strawberry gets a little bit of pocket water. Which
To
was...
to pray or to? Oh yeah.
To pray.
Am I still hanging out?
The
Yeah,
spring
sure.
water?
Hold
Yeah.
them back up.
You went-
Yeah, also pull
Slack.
one hand in the pocket.
I'm gonna say at the end of all of this, you only have 3. After using it all throughout these things, you will wind up with only 3 vials of this holy water.
Aw.
First time I used this.
And she greets you. You finally arrived.
I mean,
It wasn't easy, now was it?
I actually
No.
think the fighting was the easiest part.
Yeah.
Emotions, surprisingly difficult.
Yes. Easy to trap, almost like a circle. You're the first to come all the way here.
Oh. That's good. That's how you welcome someone, not say like many people have come before you.
I know,
and they
I-
all died and they
I
were
feel-
worthy.
I feel
That's-
positive
This is a
now.
nice way to
Yeah.
This is a nice way to word it. It's a
I'm-
good yeah.
I mean, of all the gods, I mean, they're all equal and great, but I mean, you're my favorite. This.
And cocks her head to the side, stares at you.
Bumpy does the same.
And so, I can finally relinquish the key. I can finally relinquish the flame that has been within me all this time to you. I am what remains. I am all that remains. I am all that's left that remembers this place. I hope that by sharing it with you, you can understand the potential and the possibilities that will soon be in your hands. I think there is great sacrifice from the gods that lived here and the people as well. With the great cataclysm that would come, all gods would be destroyed, whether they wanted to or not. And so few decided to rail against the fate that they saw and created the city. But when the time came, and they would have to leave. They would not. They poured themselves into this so that they left nothing behind. And the city, knowing that it would not exist and be its paradise or its oasis, gave itself to ensure that all of this, would stand a chance. Do you understand? While there is great power, there is great hope in this. And I wish I could see the great wonders that you will unleash upon the 7 and the wonders you will accomplish.
This is the best god so far.
There's a little tear coming down Freysa.
There's another one on this side.
Does Lotus try to lick her, or is Lotus...
Nope. I'm just
That is
standing.
cool. And so, you hear in your heart the name Ragi. That is her name, Ragi. And she relinquishes her spirit, and you see the flame brighten, and you see the key rise, and the final circle is lit. And Ragi looks at each of you one last time. Know that I will be with you. And I wish you the greatest and the deepest peace. And then the illusion and the vision of the city melts away. You are left in the ruins. You are on this platform, and below you is an immense skeleton. And there is silence. And the key stands before you, floats above you. 4 circles lit with 5, with the 5th at the top, awaiting a god.
Sure, it grabs it.
Cool. And the circuits are lit together and connecting. There's like lines that trace each other and go back one another between the 4 dots.
Oh. Shit.
Do we want to wrap on that?
Because I just
Think so?
realized something.
I'm gonna wrap with it, season.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
It's our finale.
Wait for season 3.
Yeah!
Fucking intense.
Yeah. Okay. You guys leveled a ton. I'm gonna say each challenge was 3 XP each, so with the total, it's 12 EXP for everybody. We're gonna do a really quick end of session tally. We can all add this up later when we meet up off screen later. We're gonna run through the end session notes. Move at least. So you will all start with 12 for getting through all the challenges. Lotus plus 4 for eating things.
Nice.
I think yes. So what is your fated do?
Fate is destiny is if a single sentence that begins with my destiny is to, and for praise is to finish the story.
You finished. You got some stories. So what is? How many?
It means that
XP for
everyone
everyone?
gets additional +1 XP at the end of the session.
Yes. So mark +1, and then we're gonna go through the questions. And when you reach an end of session, all players discard remaining power dice, and the GM discards any break dice. Mark experience. Then, as a group, answer these questions. Did we fail in some regard?
Yes.
Okay. Did we expose ourselves to danger, cost, or retribution through our actions?
Always.
Yes. And did we progress our story in a meaningful way? Yes. And that is a total experience. I think you level,
Yeah.
if not twice, maybe, or close to the second. So we can figure that out on another time off screen, because that'll be a lot easier and less maths. Cool. Well, thank you guys. This is a very exciting finale. We made it.
We're not dead.
I learned
Not
how to
dead
tell
yet.
narrative stories with dice. This is amazing. I'm gonna get me through some final donations, and we'll be signing off. We've got Void Smoker. Good to see you. Fan art was fucking cool.
Thank you so much for the art.
So good.
You were awesome.
So wrapping up tonight with Void Smoker at $25. Thanks to everyone for an amazing season, and don't you dare make Grinny Weasley cry.
No one died this time, Grinny.
No one's face melted off. It's fine.
I mean, Jackal is like gone.
You think he's gone?
No, of course not.
Oh.
Jackal's an asshole.
Oh, he always comes back. But is he gonna like have his arm missing out of spite?
I don't know. Like we're gonna have to figure that off.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. This is more morsels for later. Signing off. I'm Steph. You can find me at Sourfruit Junkie on Twitch and Twitter. I drew art stuff, so you can follow my Patreon at StephMHC. I'm probably gonna be posting some GM stuff soon and opening that up for everyone because I think that's really cool stuff to have for people. I'm gonna write a shorter review of the season. As afterthoughts, because I'm not really gonna have time to take pictures of every single page of notes that I did this season, because some of them are extremely blank, and just say feelings. So that's that. It's fine. Who are you, Blue person?
Hi, I'm Drunkly Romantic. You can follow me all over the internet, just like that. Yeah. Can't wait for next season.
Bumpy is still with you. Bumpy's not an illusion, by the way.
Bumpy.
Because that would have been the worst if Bumpy
But yeah,
disappeared.
Bumpy
too.
dies at the end. That's
That would have been the
my new
saddest.
favorite
Gotta
part.
save that for later. Gosh, come on.
You
So-
keep killing everything he loves.
Entire night, all I have in my head is, it's your chance to do the dance, do the bump,
Oh,
do the bumpy bump.
oh my God.
I'm so glad you
It's
withheld
Bumpy's
until now.
song.
You
That's
strong
Bumpy's
will.
classic song.
Hi everyone, my name is Algernon Bolden. You can catch me at Algernon Bolden, and it's been a helpful ride. And there are a lot of hooks for season 3, like a lot. So, holy crap!
Like Borpy the Clown.
Why? Why? Why would you do that to me?
Because they needed a clown demon.
They don't.
Where's this X card at?
They asked for it. They said, hey, Drunkly, draw a clown demon. And I was like, yeah. And I did. And it's Borpy the Clown. He's bad at names. He was either Borpy or David. Like, I'm bad at names.
Borpy
AJ,
it
talk
is.
about the Battletechs.
Well, you can BattleTechGame.com. Just go there. This big stuffy robots is amazing. Or you can check out Lauren's stream, because she has at least 12 YouTube videos of her playing through the game. So
That's Random
check it out.
Tuesday.
Random Tuesday.
On Twitter and on Twitch and YouTube.
A lot of fun.
Also,
Twitter.
what did you do on Wednesday?
Oh yeah, I GM'd for my very first time.
Woo!
It's called Half Price Heroes. It will be on the VODs if you are there, and it'll be on YouTube pretty soon. So you can check me trying to keep things on rail and failing horribly, and you can see the amazingness that is the Chad.
I'm Aria. You can find me on Twitter at Genki Soda, where I tweet about all kinds of life stuff, opinions, memes. It's great. And I'm very excited for next season. That's
gonna be
about
great.
all I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Don't worry, it'll be a few weeks. Don't have to worry about it, guys. We'll be back soon. There you go.
I'm Kate, Army of Meat on Twitter. I guess I'm probably gonna start a band in our break, so check out my SoundCloud. I don't have one yet. Don't look at my SoundCloud. I swear to God.
Find the SoundCloud.
I'm just curious, what type of music?
We will find out. We will
I hope it's
find
like-
out.
Irish polka trip hop.
So I play fiddle, melodica, and guitar.
Damn!
So it is gonna be a nightmare.
I can't wait. Could you make like the? Could you just be the just with like on the with Bob Dylan the thing with the? Were you just wearing all the instruments?
So I have one of those harmonica holders, and I think my housemate is using it to hold a lollipop so that she can stream and eat candy at the same time.
Genius!
That's
Like, that's a
amazing.
slow
That is
That is-
actually genius.
Oh my god! Well, somebody won the internet. I'm leaving.
That's technology that I never dreamed existed.
Yo, shout out Alice.
Alice,
times.
we are not worthy.
Alice, you're
That's
magical.
amazing. And yeah, so we're going to be taking a break for about 2 to 3 weeks. All our other shows will be running for sure, though. So on Monday, we've got Aloft, our post-atomic romance RPG with airships. Whether you romance the airships or not, I don't know. You have to go tune in and find out. And on Wednesday, we have our epic space opera shipping RPG run by Lauren, Random Tuesday. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. There are no feelings. No, just fights. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend.
Love you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
See you
next
next
season.